Hello and welcome to a special edition of Runs Hits Aaron, the pregame show for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And tonight is the final home game for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And of course, with us on Runs Hits Aaron is the manager for the Diamonds, Aaron Miles. Tonight, it just seems impossible that the season is already over, and the Diamonds are still fighting for third place. Every game still is important. Last night was important, and the Diamonds had a couple things happen. One, they won the game against Martinez. Second, Vallejo lost, so you picked up a game on Vallejo in your battle for third place. But maybe most importantly of all, Travis Blackley pitched, and he pitched 2 innings and looked really good.
Well, that was very, we needed that, obviously. Travis, he skipped his start because he wasn't feeling well. So to see him come out and look in top-notch shape, I mean, he looked the best he ever looked, so is a plus for us. And Steyerwalt looked good, too, throwing strikes. And, they just attacked the zone, both of them, and pitched great. And I feel really good about the way they're throwing the ball going into the playoffs.
And Barnese got a shutout ninth inning to get a save.
Absolutely. Barnese looked good, as he has for the last, 3 weeks to a month. So, we're strong where we really like to be right now, and that's pitching in the bullpen.
So tonight the Diamonds have Dakota Freeze on the mound. They have 3 games left. They're still in this battle with Vallejo. One of the wild cards is last Saturday night's game. We've discussed this before. It ended at the end of the 9th inning with the Diamonds having tied it in the top of the 9th. But then they were going to take that 9th inning off the scoreboard and give Martinez a 10-8 victory. Then there was a discussion about, this should be decided on the field. Where does all that stand?
Well, as of right now, I think there's still a final vote that has to be made. I'm not sure, but it looks like the league is kind of leaning toward we're finishing that game. I think it's just right for the league. Obviously, nobody would like to be in a situation where they wouldn't make the playoffs because of a game that wasn't decided on the field. We had a game earlier in the year that was cut short against them. We had a 2-run lead. Of course, we hit in the 9th inning, but we didn't score any runs, and then they didn't get their fair-ups. But the score didn't change. So, right. In this situation, the score changed. And obviously, we were 1 strike away from that being into the 10th inning. Uh-huh. So I think, to do what's right for the sake of, the play on the field being what determines who's in 3rd or 4th place. If we have to play it, we should play it. I think that's what would be decided at the major league level and what should be decided here.
If you have the chance, it seems like the game should be decided on the field, and the Diamonds do have the chance. Oddly enough, their last 4 games this year are against the Clippers. Tonight, their final home game against Martinez, and then they go to Martinez for the final 2 games against Martinez, and they could finish that game either Thursday or Friday before the game that is actually scheduled. But no matter what happens with that game, the Diamonds are getting themselves ready for the playoffs. It looks like you're planning on Solano and or Blackley for your 2 potential starters for Saturday and Sunday. Have you made a decision about who is Saturday?
Well, we don't know that yet because we don't know who we're playing. And obviously Solano's probably not going to throw this week, so he'll be ready to throw any day. Blackley only throwing 2 innings last night. He's ready to go. Should be ready to go on Saturday. So Steyerwalt's looks so good, I wouldn't feel bad starting him in one of those games either. So it's really kind of open for us, and we have to get together, me and Travis and Jay and Roland, and talk about, who we feel is the best. I think Blackley kind of profiles best against the Pacifics. He's thrown a couple times against them and looked good. They have a lot of lefties. Of course, they've had some changes lately, and so we're going to have to look at their changes that they've made lately because they've moved some guys up. And so we'll look at their team the way it is right now and see if the lefty is still the best matchup against them.
So you have the luxury of having clinch the playoffs. But you don't have the luxury of having clinched third place. And so that is still a battle you're undertaking, even though you may say you want to figure out your pitching more importantly than finishing third, but that's still an important thing. So what is the pitching today, Dakota Freeze? You've got 2 games after this. What do you foresee the pitch starters after this?
Well, tomorrow's probably going to be Joe Mello again, and it may be Joe Mello, and maybe Joe Mello can give us 5 innings. I'm not sure. He's been out of the pen, and he gave us 3 last time in Martinez. It's a very tough place to pitch, and he's still getting back to form. But hopefully he can give us 5 innings, and then we can hand it off to the bullpen and get some innings work for tomorrow for the guys that need work before the playoffs. That Friday game, I'm hoping that it has no bearing on the third place, and that we can, throw Steven Javier or Yuki Usada or Masa Maeda.
Stand by.
Or maybe we'll even activate you and pitch you in that game.
Yes.
We'll try to do anything we can to save the pitching in that final game. But we still want to. That's the hard thing about this is, you want to be in third place just in case you might have the chance to host that championship game, and to finish one seed higher. I don't care who we play in the first game, San Rafael or Sonoma. They're both quality ball clubs. San Rafael looks like they've been a little bit hurt lately with promotions and a couple injuries, so they might be the easier team to play right now, but they still going to have a quality arm on the mound, and they still got a bunch of good players that can bang the ball. So they're going to be tough. Sonoma, it's very tough to play there. The bottom line is you want to go in as rested as possible with all of your options available on the mound, and that's what we plan to do.
All right, well, Coach, I'm ready if you call me. We are, thank you very much for Runs Hit Sarin tonight. We'll be back for the start of tonight's game right after this. Thank you.
All right.
Coach, what is Masa's number? Because it says 16 in point streak, but 16 is also...
He's 13.
He's 13.
He's 13.
Okay.
Aaron, wasn't the Yuki's double play combination?
What's that?
Wasn't the Yuki's double play combo last year?
Yuki.
Maya Dara, did he play double
They
play?
did. They played together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I recognized
Yep.
that name. Oh God, I remember some things. Just can't always remember where I left my car keys. Oh, this thing. Okay, Dakota for us, Dockster for them.
There we go. Voice da 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 da. Hello and welcome to a special edition. Hello and welcome to a special. Oh, that's okay. Hold on a second. 2018. We'll be back for the start of tonight's game right after this. Hello and welcome to a special. Okay, guys, I'm going to wait to see runs hits there and start, and then I will hit runs hits there and start on mixed.
Okay, so Sonoma is definitely the number one team that are posting Saturday, 5 o'clock.
I don't know what time their game is. I know San Rafael wants to be 5 o'clock, but I don't know if it's. Where is my scorebook?
diamonds. He's working with them right now.
Sonoma and San Rafael. I mean, he may still be MVP. I'm just saying. That's not fair to say.
Martinez?
Will someone please call a Dockster? Is there a Dockster in the house?
I just saw that. It's funny. It's some really funny stuff. They had one episode on
Being down the
clean comedy. How hard that is.
It is hard. So I think this is what I need. Someone who sees the pregame show start there and think, all you have to do is hit this pad and then play track and go. That's all that has to happen. Because I need to, I want to go see, I want to see what Chris Custer has to say about what happened. He just keeps trying to tell me, and
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Runs Hits Aaron, the pregame show for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And tonight is the final home game for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And of course, with us on Runs Hits Aaron is the manager for the Diamonds, Aaron Miles. Tonight, it just seems impossible that the season is already over, and the Diamonds are still fighting for third place. Every game still is important. Last night was important, and the Diamonds had a couple things happen. One, they won the game against Martinez. Second, Vallejo lost, so you picked up a game on Vallejo in your battle for third place. But maybe most importantly of all, Travis Blackley pitched, and he pitched 2 innings and looked really good.
Well, that was very. We needed that, obviously. Travis, he skipped his start because he wasn't feeling well. So to see him come out and look in top-notch shape, I mean, he looked the best he ever looked. So is a plus for us. And Starwalt looked good too, throwing strikes, and they just attacked the zone, both of them, and pitched great. And I feel really good about the way they're throwing the ball going into the playoffs.
And Barnesi got a shutout 9th inning to get a save.
Absolutely, Barnesi looked good, as he has for the last 3 weeks to a month. So we're strong where we really like to be right now, and that's pitching in the bullpen.
So tonight the Diamonds have Dakota Freeze on the mound. They have 3 games left. They're still in this battle with Vallejo. One of the wild cards is last Saturday night's game. We've discussed this before. It ended at the end of the 9th inning with the Diamonds having tied it in the top of the 9th. But then they were going to take that 9th inning off the scoreboard and give Martinez a 10-8 victory. Then there was a discussion about, this should be decided on the field. Where does all that stand?
Well, as of right now, I think there's still a final vote that has to be made. I'm not sure, but it looks like the league is kind of leaning toward we're finishing that game. I think it's just right for the league. Obviously, nobody would like to be in a situation where they wouldn't make the playoffs because of a game that wasn't decided on the field. We had a game earlier in the year that was cut short against them. We had a 2-run lead. Of course, we hit in the 9th inning, but we didn't score any runs, and then they didn't get their fair ups. But the score didn't change. So, right. In this situation, the score changed, and obviously we were 1 strike away from that being into the 10th inning. So I think, to do what's right for the sake of, the play on the field being what determines who's in 3rd or 4th place. If we have to play it, we should play it. I think that's what would be decided at the major league level and what should be decided here.
If you have the chance, it seems like the game should be decided on the field, and the Diamonds do have the chance. Oddly enough, their last 4 games this year are against the Clippers. Tonight, their final home game against Martinez, and then they go to Martinez for the final 2 games against Martinez, and they could finish that game either Thursday or Friday before the game that is actually scheduled. But no matter what happens with that game, the Diamonds are getting themselves ready for the playoffs. It looks like you're planning on Solano and or Blackley for your 2 potential starters for Saturday and Sunday. Have you made a decision about who is Saturday?
Well, we don't know that yet because we don't know who we're playing. And obviously Solano's probably not going to throw this week, so he'll be ready to throw any day. Blackley only throwing 2 innings last night. He's ready to go. Should be ready to go on Saturday. So Starwaltz looks so good, I wouldn't feel bad starting him in one of those games either. So it's really kind of open for us, and we have to get together, me and Travis and Jay and Roland, and talk about, who we feel is the best. I think Blackley kind of profiles best against the Pacifics. He's thrown a couple times against them and looked good. They have a lot of lefties. Of course, they've had some changes lately, and so we're going to have to look at their changes that they've made lately because they've moved some guys up. And so we'll look at their team the way it is right now and see if the lefty is still the best matchup against them.
So you have the luxury of having clinched the playoffs, but you don't have the luxury of having clinched third place, and so that is still a battle you are undertaking. Even though you may say you want to figure out your pitching more importantly than finishing third, but that's still an important thing. So, what is the pitching today? Dakota Freeze. You've got 2 games after this. What do you foresee the pitch starters after this?
Well, tomorrow's probably going to be Joe Mello again, and it may be Joe Mello, and maybe Joe Mello can give us 5 innings. I'm not sure. He's been out of the pen, and he gave us 3 last time in Martinez. It's a very tough place to pitch, and, he's still getting back to form. But hopefully he can give us 5 innings, and then we can hand it off to the bullpen and get some innings work for tomorrow for the guys that, need work before the playoffs. That Friday game, I'm hoping that it has no bearing on the third place and that we can, throw Steven Javier or Yuki Usada or Masa Maeda.
Stand by.
Or, maybe we'll even activate you and pitch you in that game.
Yes.
We'll try to do anything we can to save the pitching in that final game. But, we still want to – that's the hard thing about this is, you want to be in third place just in case you might have the chance to host that championship game and to finish one seed higher. I don't care who we play in the first game. San Rafael or Sonoma, they're both quality ball clubs. San Rafael looks like, they've been a little bit hurt lately with promotions and a couple injuries. So they might be the easier team to play right now, but they still going to have a quality arm on the mound, and they still got a bunch of good players that can bang the ball. So they're going to be tough. Sonoma, it's very tough to play there. The bottom line is you want to go in as rested as possible with all of your options available on the mound, and that's what we plan to do.
All right, well, Coach, I'm ready if you call me. We are, thank you very much for Run Set Saren tonight. We'll be back for the start of tonight's game right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pittsburgh Diamonds Baseball on the air tonight for the final time from Winter Chevrolet Stadium, unless the Diamonds host a championship game on Sunday. That is still a possibility, hanging out there just like a big tease at the end of the branch. But the Diamonds right now are facing their final regular season game at home against the Martinez Clippers, and they have 2 games left after this. They'll go to Martinez for 2 more games on Thursday and Friday, although that may include the finish of last Saturday's game, as you just heard on the pregame show. Run Sets Aaron with Aaron Miles saying that they may decide to go finish that game on the field. We're about to have the national anthem here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium, and the teams are lining up along the different foul lines so we can have the final. Oh, we're not going to have the national anthem first. We're going to have a ceremonial first pitch from the dancing bat boy, apparently.
Pittsburgh Diamonds' most famous bat boy, Downtown Bodie Brown.
Bodie Brown is going to throw out the first pitch tonight, and he is, as a well-deserved honor, he is perhaps Pittsburgh's most famous player, most famous participant in the Pacific Association. He dances from one field to the other across the Pacific Association, dancing to YMCA and whatever else might come across. His pitch there is, of course, a strike, because all ceremonial first pitches are a strike. A left-handed shot from Bodie Brown. He's a good kid. You may have heard him. We've interviewed him on Mixler in the past, so hopefully you have a chance to hear some of that. Now we're going to have our national anthem, and then we're going to have the tonight's game between Martinez and Pittsburgh. Martinez and Pittsburgh in playing for the championship of Contra Costa County, and the Diamonds have already won 8 of the 12 contests before this. There is that game on Saturday that is yet to be decided, and then there are the 3 more games. So Pittsburgh is guaranteed a tie at least in the series, the season series with the Clippers, and they would like more because they are in a battle with Vallejo for third place. They are one game, they're guaranteed right now one game ahead of the Admirals in that battle for third place. If Saturday night's game is decided in favor of Martinez, then the Diamonds are one game ahead of Vallejo. If it's played on the field and the Diamonds come out ahead, then it could be 2 games ahead of Vallejo with 3 games left to play. That's a big decision because the third place team will play number 2 on Saturday, and the fourth place team will play number 1 on Saturday. The winners play on Sunday, and of course, if you're number 3, you have the outside chance of hosting the championship game if number 4 should win as well. So those are a lot of ifs. What we have right now is Dakota Freeze on the mound for the Diamonds against Matty Doxter for Martinez in the final game of the 2018 season at Pittsburgh. Seems impossible to say that. Freeze is coming out here. Last night we had Tyler Steyerwald. He put on a great performance. And Nicholas Barnesi came in and got the save. But perhaps the biggest news was 2 shutout innings from Travis Blackley. And Aaron Miles said in the pregame show he thought it was the best that Blackley had pitched all season. That's saying something. So he was very excited about that. Blackley, along with Brett Solano, is expected to be the 2 starters that the Diamonds will set aside for the playoffs this weekend. There is, of course, a decision to be made. Who will start Saturday and who will be held back for Sunday? That's an interesting decision because you've got to decide. You're not going to make Sunday unless you win on Saturday. What do you do? Well, of course, you decide who matches up best against the team you're going to play, whatever is going to happen. So those are all decisions that are in the process of being made right now, and it just makes for an exciting week of baseball as we head up to the playoffs. It is Wednesday night. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 games on Thursday and Friday at 6:30 against Martinez at Martinez. Tonight, we're about to get started here, and then we'll get started on Saturday. We'll let you know, of course, what time that will be and where and all that stuff. That has yet to be decided, although Sonoma last night did clinch the regular season Pacific Association Championship. Coming up, the number 1 hitter in the Pacific Association who has not been picked up. He's the number 1 hitter currently hitting in the Pacific Association, Pedro Barrios, and the number 1 announcer in the Pacific Association, the voice of the Diamonds, Tony Schultz.
Of course, there hasn't been rankings for the number one announcer.
I just made the rankings, Tony.
We did. Here's Pedro Barrios. Barrios here to lead it off, followed by Blackstone, Nathan Etheridge, Alan Maccabee, Jimmy Lunardelli. Jimenez is the DH tonight. First pitch high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Carter's in center field. Grasso will do the catching. And, of course, this group will take on Dakota Freeze. And the big right-hander ready to go. Next pitch, fastball pops the glove. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Quitzer, Smith, Maedera left to right in the outfield. Blatnick, Garcia, Valera, Lashley third to first in the infield. Javier behind the dish for Pittsburgh. Next pitch misses. Count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Barrios hitting .362 as he steps in here. And as I said, he is the number 1 hitter currently playing in the Pacific Association.
2-1 pitch. Here it is. Just outside. Good looking breaking ball. Had some nice movement on it, but just off the plate. Count 3-1. Danny Speck, the field umpire. Ron Adams calling the balls and strikes. 3-1 from Dakota. High leg kicks foul back to the screen.
All right.
And that'll go 3-2. So far for Dakota on the 2018 campaign, 3 up, 5 down, 6.04 on the ERA, 14 games, 14 starts, 83 and a third innings pitch, 84 strikeouts, better than 1 an inning. Good stat there. 49 walks over that span. This pitch is ball 4, and the leadoff hitter is aboard here, and that's how our ball game gets underway. Here's Kent Blackstone.
Looks like he's up to 50 walks.
Yes.
I didn't go to school and just eat my lunch.
I was going to say, you're a regular Thermopolis, but I don't know any Greek mathematicians.
Is that Thermopolis
Something
a Greek?
like that.
I thought you didn't create the thermometer.
I'm not sure who that is. And squaring the bunt, pulling back, and taking a ball is Blackstone. The Clips in the navy blue with the gray pants here this evening, and the Diamonds with the black jerseys and the white pants. Diamonds baseball coming to you on Delta TV and Mixler.com. Next pitch popped up in the air. Lazy fly ball. Garcia over at short to make the catch. And that is the first out of the ball game. And here comes Nathan Etheridge.
Nathan Etheridge walks up here hitting .308, 13 home runs, and 58 RBIs.
Yeah, Nathan last night did not get a hit. Got him the first handful of times that he was up. So Etheridge bats here, 1 on, 1 out. Just getting underway from Winter Chevrolet Stadium. And the pitch of the big right-handed hitter is in there for a strike. And you can hear that glove popping. And a big reason why Dakota Freeze has done so well with the strikeouts this year. All right, runner with his lead. And the pitch. Yeah, that one's in there, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Alan Maccabee would be next. So Scotty in the pregame going over what's going on here with the Diamonds. This is their last home game, possibly, unless things work out in the postseason. The 0-2 pitch, here it comes. Swung on and misses. He took something off, and he picks up the first strikeout of the ball game. Etheridge out on strikes, and here comes Alan Maccabee.
Dakota, of course, among the league leaders in strikeouts, so it's expected that he will get a number of those.
Good night for Maccabee last night. Allen, couple of doubles, scored a run, and then scored another run on a sac fly. Last night, the Martinez Clips playing a little small ball early in the ball game last night. And there goes the runner, and here's the pitches outside. The throw down is in time to get him. Oh, what a throw by Javier. Tag applied, inning over So a walk and nothing else. Half inning in. Clippers no score. Diamonds coming up.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same quality.
Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com.
Spot. Masahiro Maedera is the right fielder. Javier behind the dish. And Garcia in the ninth spot playing shortstop. And they take on right-hander Matty Doxter. First pitch in there, a strike. Doxter 1-5, a 4.66 ERA, 29 games, just 4 starts so far. 56 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts. Next one misses, count 1-1. And 36 walks over that period. Lunardelli, Carter Decker, left to right in the outfield for the Clips. Swing and a miss here, count 1-2. Maccabee, Barrios, Blackstone, Etheridge third to first. Grasso behind the dish for the Clippers. All right, the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is in there, a called strike 3, and down goes Smith for the first out of the bottom of the first.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Brett Smith has been hitting the cover off the ball and has been doing an incredible job of getting walks and getting on base, but that was not what happened there as he sits down after striking out, hitting .316 when he walked up there. Blatnick walking up, hitting .264, 5 home runs and 40 runs batted in.
Yeah, good numbers there for Morgan. And the first pitch to him. And that's strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, Morgan Blatnick.
They got a little bit of a Morgan Blacknick shift on here. Not a huge one, but a little bit of a movement.
The 0-1 pitch to him, and he takes that one low and in, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Blacknick. Valero waits on deck. Diamonds coming in with a record of, and this one's grounded to first, and that is picked up by Etheridge, who beats Blatnick to the bag, and there is out number 2.
Now batting.
So the Diamonds coming in with a record of 36 and 41, 18 off the pace, but they are a game ahead of Vallejo for that third spot. But that does mean you get San Rafael, so that's a good thing. Sonoma has one of those evening games where you get all the shadows. You could avoid that situation. First pitch to Valera, outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes.
That's an interesting thought because, the game on Sunday against Sonoma, if they were in the championship game and the Diamonds were there,
Fouled away.
would be, we don't know. Would it be an afternoon game or would they have it at night? I don't know. But if it was an afternoon game, you get rid of the shadows.
We talked to Aaron Miles about it, and it's a big home field advantage. So if you can not have to deal with that, all the better. Next one, big swing and a miss by Raphael, and the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch, ground ball right side to the second baseman. Blackstone's got it to first in time for the out. Diamonds down in order, and after one full here from Pittsburgh, Diamonds and Clippers, no score.
Baseball's Hall of Fame is dedicated to the greatest stars of all time.
Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue, across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit MyPittsburghChamber.org today.
Call today, 382-1399.
All right, top of the second inning we go. And nothing game here between the Clips and the Diamonds. Wrapping up this regular season, getting ready for the postseason. Maccabee was left out there when Pedro Barrios was thrown out by Stephen Javier to end the inning. So Maccabee, Decker, Jimmy Lunardelli, and then Jimenez would get a shot should anybody reach. And Scotty just wanted to talk a little bit about, we've been talking about the Diamonds pitching possibilities, but what about Sonoma and San Rafael as Maccabee stands in here? So yesterday, Sonoma got a 13-4 win over Napa. They ended up getting 9 runs late in that ball game. DJ Sharabi got the win. Angel Mejia took the loss. Tyler Sharp got the start for Sonoma. This one pops back to the screen, count 0-1.
I would think that anybody pitching on Tuesday is not going to pitch on Saturday.
Well, Sharp went 5. Gave up 2 earned runs. He got the start. Ethan Gibbons, another guy you'd think, and this one is crushed. Center field, way back it goes, and this one is gone off the batter's eye, and just like that, 1-0 in favor of Martinez.
He got all of that, and Brett Smith kept running back. Brett Slotty had a chance at it, I think, for most of the time that was in the air, but at the end of it, he realized it was going to go over the fence.
Now batting.
Well, here's Will Decker, the right fielder. So he bats here with nobody aboard now and 1 in. So Tyler Sharp, well, he looks like their best guy right now. Only 56 2/3. And this pitch is outside for a ball. But he is 5-1, and his ERA, a slim 2.22. 1-0 pitch to Decker, and that is low for a ball. And the left-handed batter now ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Juan Espinoza, Ethan Gibbons, other guys that could possibly get starts. Boy, this one fouled off, and Ron Adams took the brunt of that one. And Ron shaking out the cobwebs. He's going to walk around, try to get rid of the termites, and here comes the Pittsburgh trainer to make sure our home plate umpire is okay.
Maccabee is on a tear. He hit 2 home runs against the Diamonds in Martinez, and he has 2 hits last night. He's got a home run tonight. He is just unstoppable at the moment.
Well, there he is. Ouch.
Replays coming up here on what happened here. Here's the pitch, and it just goes right back off the umpire without any kind of break whatsoever. And they're going to check Ron Adams' left hand or arm or whatever they're checking at the moment. That is, it's just what happens. It's unfortunate. Alan Maccabee is, like I said, on an incredible tear, and he is just unstoppable. Hitting .325, 16 home runs. He's got 3 home runs in the last 3 games against the Diamonds. They're checking out Ron Adams, and
danger of being behind the plate. Sooner or later, the ball's going to find you. And you got to wonder, how many times a season does it find you? It just seems like it's every single game pretty much.
I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but it just seems like probably someone gets hit about every other game. And it's whether it's an ump or the catcher's getting a lot, but it's tough. And, and it goes to Will Decker he gets a nice round of applause for the home plate umpire coming to go back and take up his responsibilities.
All right, so Ron apparently okay, good to go. 2-1 pitch, swung on. That ball's hit hard. Headed for the gap in right center, coming over, not able to get there. Oh, the Diamond outfielder throw into second in time to get him. It looked like Smith made that throw from right center field as Maccabee, Will Decker trying to turn a single into a double. Diamond defense having none of it, and that is out number 1 here in the second.
Let's look at it on the replay. A beautiful play by Brett Smith. This ball goes to right center field. He comes over with his speed to get it. Decker rounds first. He doesn't hesitate. He's on his way to second, but Smith grabs it with his bare hands, squares up, and throws it down to second base. Jose Garcia with the tag, and that ball beat him by a bunch. It was not even close at second base.
Outfield assist for Smith. There's out number 1. Here's a strike to Jimmy Lunardelli, the left fielder, and he's down in the count, 0-1. You look at his numbers.
The question, the problem here is that's the second very hard hit ball this inning.
And that foul ball barreled up, but well foul right side and out of play, and they count no balls and 2 strikes. Well, Dakota Freeze has had a tough season. The ERA is very high, and he's pitched a whole lot of innings. The strikeout numbers are certainly there, Scott, but when the ERA is that high, it just doesn't scare people. The 0-2 pitch to go to that high leg kick. Fouled back to the screen. The count stays at 0-2.
Last time we get to hear that.
Maybe.
That's right. Lunardelli is a .273, 11 home runs and 43 runs batted in.
Right-handed batter waits. Couple of shake-offs there from Dakota. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the letters. Jimmy doesn't like it. I'm sure he thought that one was a bit high, but a pitcher's strike there called by Ron Adams, and that is out number 2. So Lunardelli strikes out. A couple of strikeouts now for Dakota Freeze, and here's Wilkins Jimenez, the DH tonight. He's got some good numbers of his own. hitting well over 300. 31 RBIs on the year for him. What's going on around the league?
Well, Vallejo and Santa Fe have yet to start, since they won't get going until 7 o'clock. So they are late comers, and Sonoma and Napa have no score.
Don't they know it's a school night?
Don't they know we're interested to know what's going on? Come on, people. Let's have some results.
A 1-0 pitch. Hopper toward third. Blatnick's got it. Fires to first in time to get him. So Maccabee's home run to lead off the inning has given the Clips a 1-0 lead, but Dakota answers nicely after that, and a nice play from the Diamond defense. We are 1.5 in. Clippers 1, Diamonds nothing.
I wish. Believe me, if it were mine. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name, they're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
All right, bottom of the second we go. Lashley, Quitzer, Yasuda, and the Diamond defense. Brett Smith getting it done, coming up from center field. Don't try to stretch that single into a double. Looks like an extra base hit, and for sure, oh, that's something else there.
That was Blatnick throwing him out to end that last inning.
Here's the pitch to Lash, and he hops this one over to third base. Maccabee's got it, fires over to first, and on one pitch, Lashley out, 5-3, first out of the second inning.
So here comes Chris Quitzer, and we have told you that he had a horrible experience going back to the East Coast. The Washington Wild Things are a team that are outside of the Pittsburgh area, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he was picked up there in the Frontier League. That's considered a promotion. He flew back there on his own dime. He got there, and the second day he was there after a good night's rest, he was told that they couldn't play him. He was told it had something to do with his time in the Pecos League. But the problem is there's a guy from Martinez who was also picked up at the same time. Shane Hughes never played in the Pecos League, and he got the same treatment.
This one lined off the bat of Quitzer. Got some topspin to it. That'll get down for a base hit. So Quitzer aboard with one out, and here's the DH, Yuki Yasuda.
So he's out like $500 for an airplane ticket and got no time playing back there, but he's happy to be back with the Diamonds. And I said, you know, Chris, it'll all work out when on Sunday you get the game-winning hit for the championship. And he said, I'm getting that hit.
That championship trophy better be worth $500.
Better have Chris Quitzer's name on it.
Lord. Here's Yuki. First pitch to him is high for a ball, 1 ball with no strikes.
Diamonds with their first hit and their first sign of life here.
But if the Pecos League is having problems like that, Scott, sooner or later the word's going to get around, and well, guys aren't going to go there unless you pay for their flight.
Well, I want to be clear. The Washington Wild Things are in the Frontier League. Their claim was that Chris's time in the Pecos League caused some problem that they didn't describe. Now, Shane Hughes never played in the Pecos League, so we're not sure what any of that has to do with anything.
These leagues got to get it together. I mean, that is just very unfair and time-consuming to have somebody go out of their way and out of their pocket that much just to be sent back.
Absolutely.
Next pitch is a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Yuki Yasuda. And on deck, Masahiro Maedera, Yuki's former double play combination in Sonoma. 2 balls, 1 strike to Yuki, and this one hops up there for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. We were talking about, who could be pitching for the Sonoma Stompers on Saturday and Sunday. He said Tyler Sharp with a great ERA. He's seen the Diamonds a couple of times. 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung on. That's hit hard. That's a base hit into left field. Quinter takes the turn at second. He holds on there. And the Diamonds, with 1 out now, have back-to-back base hits. And here's Maedera.
Now batting the right fielder, number 13, Masa Maedera.
Tyler Sharp looking good lately here and has got that great ERA and a 5-1 record. Saw the Diamond Scout on July the 20th. He got the win in that one. 8 innings, 1 run, 4 hits. South Lake Tahoe native. Well, he looks like one of those guys that could get a start for the Stompers in the postseason. Here's the pitch, and that one is a ball to Maedera. 1 ball and no strikes.
He would be a good bet. Tyler Sharp would be a very good bet.
And a couple other guys, Gibbons and Espinoza specifically. A lot more innings. And the next pitch to Massa is low ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 to Massa, way up high, ball 3. So Matty Doxer pitching himself into some trouble here. 2 on, 1 out, and now a 3-0 count due to Massa, the Diamond right field here this evening. 3-0 pitch, and way outside, ball 4. Last couple easy takes there for Massa. So the Diamonds have the bases juiced here, and here's Stephen Javier.
Big chance for the Diamonds to take a step a step ahead of here of the Clippers and make a statement. Give Dakota Freeze a little breathing room.
So here's Javier in a big spot here for Pittsburgh. Trying to give the Diamonds the lead. He can do that with a base hit. Javier, a base hit last night, struck out a couple times. Diamond backstop has thrown somebody out here today, and this pitch called strike in the outside corner. And the count 0-1. So the Diamonds have thrown out a couple of guys on the base paths here already. An attempted steal, cut down. A single tried to be turned into a double, also cut down. The 0-1 pitch, and that's up high for a ball. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
As you pointed out, he has missed a couple times badly, and not in such a way that it's not even difficult to take the pitch.
Javier waits. Clips looking for the double play ball. And the 1-1 swing and a foul back, and the count goes 1-2. So, as Scott told you, the playoff situation is fairly set. Sonoma is the regular season leader. They clinched that yesterday. So they will host on Saturday. The Diamonds and Vallejo still haven't decided who is going to be the 3rd seed and the 4th seed. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Diamonds a game ahead of Vallejo after beating the Clips last night. Vallejo dropped their game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outfield playing medium deep. Pretty good speed on the base pass here for the Diamonds. This one hit in the air, center field. That should be deep enough to get the run home. Quitzer's going to tag. Ball is caught. Throw's going to go to third base for out number 2. But it's a sacrifice fly for Javier. And the Diamonds have tied it up here at 1 apiece.
Good decision by the center fielder to throw the ball to third base to make sure that Yasuda doesn't pick up 90 feet because there was no way he was going to get Quitzer.
And so here's Garcia, the ninth place hitter and the shortstop, trying to turn this lineup over to Brett Smith. And more importantly, trying to pick up a base hit and get the Diamonds the lead here. Home half of the second for the Diamonds, a 1-1 tie against Martinez. Matty Doxter, the right-hander, waits. Here's the pitch, and the pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Garcia waits, 1-0 pitch, smack, that's into left field. That's a base hit. And here comes Yuki Yasuda, he will score. And now the Diamonds, Maedera is in a rundown, chasing him between second and third. They will tag him out. The inning is over, but the Diamonds get the run here and take a 2-1 lead as they pick up a 2-out RBI base hit. And at the end of 2, it's the Diamonds 2, Clippers 1.
Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburg. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant. Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood.
Anytime.
They never freeze, prepackage, or microwave the food.
All right, a couple of runs for the Diamonds to the bottom of the second. They have their first lead of the ball game. It's 2-1. And on that last play, it's going to be a base hit, an RBI for Garcia. And that scored Yuki Yasuda, but some defense for the Clippers as Maedera gets caught in the rundown, and he'll be tagged out.
He does get tagged out, but you know what's interesting about that play? If you saw Yasuda head to home plate, he did not touch home plate. It took him a while to realize he had not touched home plate, and he ran over and touched it. But by that time, the focus was over on Maedera, and they never made a tag on Yasuda. Had they made a tag, he would have been out, but he never touched home plate. Took him a while. I mean, he did touch it eventually and scored.
So the Diamonds pick up a couple, including that 2-out base hit, RBI base hit from Garcia. 2-1 in favor of the Diamonds here as we go to the top of the third. Here's Devin Carter, Grasso, Pedro Barrios, 8-9 and 1 here for the Clippers as we begin the top of the third. Sonoma Stoppers, winners of their last couple of games. And 54 and 23 for the stops. This one right field and deep. Going back, Maedera reaches up ahead of the warning track to haul it in for out number 1. Now, Scott, so far the Clips not exactly fooled by Dakota Freeze.
No, but the Diamonds are given a 1-run cushion. Excuse me, it's 2-1, and so that's a good thing. And they've got a home run, but other than that, they haven't even really mounted a threat. They've gotten 2 base runners thrown out trying to steal second.
Here's Victor Grasso, but they have been whacking the ball around the yard pretty well. This one low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. But they've got themselves a pretty good lineup here. You look at guys like Etheridge, Maccabee, Pedro Barrios. But of course, as we were talking about it last night, and next year you start with a clean slate. Everybody's a free agent. But that is a long way away. And the Diamonds right now thinking about finishing 3rd here, get a couple of wins, getting the putting that 6-game losing streak in their rearview mirror last night. And a 1-0 pitch, and that ball is hit to 3rd. Picked up over there and throws him out. Blatnick takes care of him. So Grasso's out 5-3. So Carter flies out to right field. Grasso bounces out to Blatnick. And back at the top of the order for Pedro Barrios. Barrios will walk, and then he was caught stealing back in that first inning. There's Pedro. 362, 6 bombs, 25 driven in. Checks his swing here. And takes a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So the pitching matchups, those are the things that we're looking forward to. 1-0 pitch, way outside for Freeze, and the count 2 balls and no strikes to Barrios, trying to keep this alive now for Kent Blackstone, the second baseman. 2-1 to Pittsburgh. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled off. Right side, that'll get out of play. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Some fans starting to trickle in here to Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Had that home run hitting contest here last night. 2-1 pitch, tapper, and picked up by the third baseman Blatnick in time to first base. Nice play by Morgan Blatnick. He had to hurry with the speedy Barrios racing down the line. He got his man, and we are 2.5 into this one. And the Diamonds lead Martinez 2-1.
Paula, come on down, Paula.
Okay. I guess I'm not announcing right now.
Hey, Blue. Hey, Paula. You might go over this. 30 seconds, all right?
And we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint. We know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
Some out of the country, some from out of state. And if we didn't have the commitment of the host families, this really couldn't happen. So really, as part of the history of Pittsburgh, you guys have played a great part. I want to say thank you very much for that. Secondly, yeah, absolutely, a big hand.
Guys, are you picking up the audio?
Secondly, we've had a lot of great volunteers. And I'm probably going to miss several people here, but we have great volunteers. Before I get to that, I want to thank the Rotary as well. They've been a great partner. You know, we wouldn't have a liquor license here, and they come through for us every year. So very big thanks to the Rotary. I want to thank Aaron Miles, our manager. I believe he's the best manager in the Pacific Association. You know, he has literally volunteered and given up everything to make this happen in Pittsburgh. So a big, thank you, Aaron. Really appreciate it. We have Roland, our first base coach. Drives every day, 60 miles, every day. Great volunteer, great help. Want to say thank you, Roland, as well. Jay Almondral, one of our other coaches. I want to say thank you.
So that is the
To him as well.
owner
Very
of the
committed.
Pittsburgh
And
Diamonds,
then Bruce Brown.
paying homage to
Bruce
those
has
who
helped us immensely.
help
Him and his whole
the
family,
Diamonds
actually. And,
get things
I think,
done on and off the
from
field.
history of Pacific Association
Our
baseball here in
PA
Pittsburgh,
announcer
these
Paula,
these
Scott
gentlemen
McDonald,
have
who
really
really
shined.
does so
The
much
saying goes that
for this
the
team, and
diamonds
he's
shine,
really
right?
the guy who's
With that
here
being
every
said,
day.
I wanted to
I've
give
done
out some,
just about all the
awards
home
to,
games this
Scott
year, but
McDonald here
Scott's
first.
done just
Scott
about
McDonald
all
last
the
2 years
games
has
this
gone to
year.
every game,
And that is a
broadcasted,
major, major
helped the
commitment
team in every way
with an
possible.
80-game
Off the field, on the
schedule
field,
played over a
taking on
period
his
of
personal
3
time. He lives
months.
in Los Angeles, but during the season he comes up here and lives here. So,
So
I wanna
a
say
very
thank you very
nice
much,
and
Scott.
appointed
I
moment
have a
here in
bag for
Pittsburgh.
Scott, and I
And
wanna say thank you
giving
very much,
away a
Scott.
couple of
Really
very
appreciate everything
beautiful
you do for us.
bats.
The next I have a baseball bat for Paula. Paula, as you know, is the vice principal over at Antioch, Dallas Ranch, Antioch Unified School District. And she also is a volunteer. Last year and this year, she's done great work for us. She's helped us raise money for the Rotary. And these are the people that have really made things work here in Pittsburgh. So I want to say thank you very much. And we have a Diamonds baseball bat, Paula McAvoy on it. Thank you very much, Paula. Really appreciate it. All right. If I missed anyone, I want to say Tony Schultz, Nick with the city, great help, and many others that have been here for us and helped us out immensely. And then, of course, my wife, who's not here right now, but she's really put up with all this, and want to say thank you, even though she's not here. All right, thank you.
Sean, thank you very much for the opportunity to go back and do what I did out of college, and I hope it's just all the beginning of doing it again. But I want to say what a joy it is to call the games of these guys, and what a spectacular day it will be on Sunday when they win the championship, and we can call that too.
There's my partner, Scott McDonald. A few very nice words as we get set now for the bottom of the third inning. Smith, Blatnick, and Valera for the Diamonds. They lead it 2-1. So here comes Brett Smith now. And Smith, the strikeout victim, back in the first. He'll lead off the third inning. Diamonds 2, Clippers 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Pittsburgh. 1, 2, and 0 so far for the Clippers. And Smith fouls this one off of the count. No balls and 1 strike. Starting to get cooler here in Pittsburgh. They're very cool, leaving this one up high for a ball. On the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. So it was very nice of Karam Shaw to pay homage to Scott McDonald and others who help out Diamonds baseball. There's one lashed down the right field line. That is in there for extra bases. Smith trips around first base, but he will make it into second as the throw gets away, but is backed up by the Clippers. And that will be a double for Brett Smith. And now the Clips seem to be upset about something.
Now batting, third baseman, number 15.
Like the third baseman, Maccabee, was upset about something.
And Smith is Smith leaving the field? No, he's going to give his stuff to Roland, but I think
Like Smith tripped over first base, and now Smith is leaving the field.
are they saying that he did not touch first base? Is that the play?
He
Is that
looked
what's
like
going
he
here? Because
lost
the
his
replay.
footing going around, but apparently he missed first base. Let's take another look at it here.
Here he comes. We're going to get a good shot, and here, he didn't look like he touched it.
Well, it looked like they threw behind him, and he's going to be out. So that cost the Diamonds a leadoff double. So instead of nobody out and a runner at second, we've got 1 out and nobody aboard. Boy, bad break for Pittsburgh. Boy, how often do you see that, Scott? Just Very seldom.
That's wild. And Brett came over and touched first base, but we just had a quick look on that replay, but it didn't look like he touched it to me.
It looked like he missed it. I think Smith will get credit for a base hit, but he is out number one. Blatnick now, even in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Strange events here in Pittsburgh, but good time to get that one out of your system right now before the playoffs start.
I guess, but the Diamonds could use that. Need extra runs here, and they're not in any position to be giving up base runners.
That's the last one in there to Blatnick for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Morgan. Nobody aboard, 1 out. And the 1-2 swing, broken bat looper, right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the fans say, touch the base.
Well, you can imagine. You can imagine that might have scored Smith. Probably not. He probably would have had to wait to see if that one was going to be caught. But, it's just not a good situation.
That reminds me of a very funny story from the old Mets. And apparently they had a hitter pick up a double, and then they threw behind him at second base. We had a triple, actually. Here's the pitch to Valera, big swing and a miss. Got over to the third. They threw behind him, and the appeal at second, and they called him out. Then manager Casey Stengel got very irate, and the umpire said, "Don't bother, Case. He missed first base, too." Pitch to Valera instead. A pitch out here. Count goes to a ball and a strike as the Clips, thinking Blatnick was going to be on the move. Nothing doing for Morgan down there at first base.
That's an interesting call, that pitch out, because I don't think it's based upon scouting the Diamonds. Because if you watch the Diamonds, you would just think that would be a wasted. He wasted that pitch. They don't run that much, and they just don't run in that situation hardly at all.
Yeah, and if you look at Blatnick's numbers, he's not really a big threat to go. And this pitch just inside for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. Although every now and then, I think we saw him try to steal a base last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. It's not like his feet are tied to first base, but that pitch out, I don't know.
Yeah, throw back over to first, paying a whole lot of attention to Morgan over there. So Valera bats here, 2 balls and a strike, 1 on, 1 out here for Pittsburgh. And the Diamonds lead it 2-1. Anthony Schultz along with Scott McDonald as the 2018 season winding down. And the pitch, and that one is low for a ball, and the count goes 3-1.
Valera getting a big lead down there as the pitch is thrown. He's bopping down towards second base, and Nathan Etheridge is there, but by that point, of course, there's nothing you can do.
Ryan Lashley waits on deck. Matty Doxter, 3-1 pitch, ground ball, and this is past the third baseman Mockney into left field, a base hit. Here's Morgan around second, into third, and the runner going around first into second, thrown out from left field. So Valera gunned down by Lunardelli at second base. And now we've seen 2 runners thrown out at second base. We've seen a runner caught stealing as well. And right now the defense for both teams looking good.
The Diamonds have 3 hits in the inning, and they have 1 runner on base.
Yeah, talk about a tough inning for Pittsburgh. Brett Smith looked like he had a double, didn't touch first base. The Clips appealed that to get him out. And now Valera trying to stretch a single into a double, and Lunardelli not having any of it. This one knocked down nicely by the catcher, Vic Grasso. So runner at third, 2 out, and boy, Scott, this looked like it should be a big inning, and Doxter's got a chance to get out of this one unscathed.
Absolutely is, and Ryan Lashley has a chance to change that, and if he could just get some kind of hit, some kind of error, something, he could score Blatnick from third.
And the 1-0, and that one is low for a ball. The Diamonds did pick up a 2-out RBI base hit in the last inning from Jose Garcia, and that is the difference in the game right now, 2-1.
But this has been a weird game with a lot of people thrown out, trying to steal this or extend there or do whatever.
Cued off the end of the bat, foul, and the count 2-1.
Garcia's single resulted in Yasuda scoring, but in that same play, Maedira was thrown out in a rundown, so that inning ended there. And earlier in this inning, Brett Smith, he hits a double, only to find out that he didn't touch first base, and he was out on his way to second base. And then we got Rafael Valera. He hits a single, trying to make it a double. He gets thrown out at second.
Pitcher's got to like it. Get guys out without having to make a pitch. Here's one outside for a ball, 3 balls and a strike. But Scotty alluded to, and perilous on the base paths here this evening.
Pedro Barrios thrown out trying to steal second himself for the Clippers.
Here's one, grounded up the middle. Barrios has got it behind the back, throws him out, and the inning is over. So the Diamonds pick up a few base hits, but they leave a runner at third, and that will do it. At the end of 3, Diamonds 2, Clippers 1.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
Diamonds lead at 2-1 as we go to the 4th inning. And for more play-by-play, here's Scott McDonald.
Thank you, Tony. And we are going to start here, I believe, with a replay of what happened there in the last inning. And here it comes. Here's the pitch to Lashley, and he grounds it up the middle. It's nice plays by Barrios behind second base, throws him out. Out number 3 for an odd inning for the Diamonds, where they got 3 hits and left only 1 runner on base. Very strange. But we're going to go here to the top of the 4th inning. Kent Blackstone, Nathan Etheridge, and Alan Maccabee will be the 3 scheduled hitters for Martinez. The Clippers started out the year one of the 2 expansion teams, for the Pacific Association this year, Napa and Martinez, and they actually have both performed well, especially for expansion teams. Napa, right out of the gate, was a very competitive team. They may have slowed down some in the second half. Martinez have continually improved over the course of the year, and they have become one of the regular old teams. There really isn't an expansion team to look at in the Pacific Association right now. This pitch to Blackstone. It's hit deep to left field. It's over Quitzer's head. Bounces up against the left field wall. He picks it up. His throw comes into Garcia. And on with a double is Kent Blackstone to lead off the 4th inning.
Boy, wraps that hard going the other way. And that one going all the way out to the wall. And just the Clippers, Dakota Freeze hasn't exactly fooled them here. And they've hit a lot of balls hard still, however, only have 1 run.
2-1 Diamonds with the lead here. 2 runs, 5 hits for Pittsburgh. 1 run, 3 hits for Martinez. The Diamonds still playing for something. They've clinched the playoffs, but they still are in a battle for 3rd place. And speaking of that battle, Vallejo is at Sanderfeld. Their games start at 7 o'clock, and so they're just getting underway in Sanderfeld tonight. This pitch is popped up on the infield on the right side. Valera says he has it. He makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
Oh, and a good pitch right there. Talk about getting into the kitchen of Nathan Etheridge. And Dakota induces that lazy fly ball, so he gets the first out. And also importantly, Scott does not give up a base to Kent Blackstone.
So Alan Maccabee, about as dangerous a hitter as you can get. Tonight he has a home run. Last night he has 2 doubles. The last game they played in Martinez, Alan Maccabee had 4 hits, 2 home runs, and 2 singles. He is just on a tear, and he steps in here. He is the reason they have a run. It is 2-1 in favor of the Diamonds, but right now there's a runner at second and 1 out. Right-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter, and the pitch to Maccabee is low and outside. A ball, it's 1-0.
She drinks a lot, doesn't she? Well, we're supposed to.
Light wind blowing from right to left in the outfield.
Sounds like my mother.
Look back at second for Freeze, and he comes to the plate, and that pitch is swung on and fouled away. Does Javier have a play? No, he decides he doesn't. And so it's going to go. It's going to land on the roof right above us. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dakota Freeze has not been dominant. I can't say he's been dominant, but he has been wily. Wily enough to allow a few hits here and a few hits there and not give up runs. He's given up a home run to Maccabee, and that's been it. And, of course, right here is Alan Maccabee at the plate. Right-handed batter against a right-handed Freeze. A 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and this one is lifted high. To right field is going to be trouble. Back goes Smith, and he's underneath it. He makes the catch in center field. Tagging at second base is Blackstone. He'll go to third and make that easily, but Maccabee gave that one a ride all the way almost to the warning track in right center, but there Brett Smith was able to make the catch, and that's out number 2. Will Decker will step up here. He singled back in the second inning and then got thrown out trying to steal second base. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Freeze. The runner 90 feet away for Martinez, but there are 2 down. Freeze winds and delivers, and the pitch is low and inside. He gets away, but right back to Javier, and he dives. Will he be able to get there? Time up ends the runner, and he says he's safe. As the ball came right back to Javier, who hesitated just a second and then broke for the plate. And in came the runner from third, Blackstone, and he was able to score. And as he came in to apply the tag, Blackstone was upended. Here comes a replay, and we can see what happened here. Here's the pitch. It gets away. Then Javier grabs it, and here he's going to come to the plate, and he gets there, and Blackstone goes up over head over heels and comes to the ground, but they say he touched the plate in the meantime, and that will tie the score at 2-2. Meantime, Decker is at the plate with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 down and now nobody on.
Flat-out race for home plate, and it looked like the runner just did beat Javier there.
Javier took just a second to take in what was going on. Had he picked it up and moved to home plate immediately, he might have been able to get the runner. But Blackstone scores, and it's 2-2. This pitch is swung on and missed. And the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Will Decker here with 2 outs and no one on.
Good-looking off-speed pitch there to even the count at 2-2 by Dakota.
2-2 pitch. That's strike 3 called, and Decker is out number 3. So the Clippers going to run on a double, and then a guy moved up to third on a fly ball, and he scores on a wild pitch. At the end of 3.5 to score, Pittsburgh 2, Martinez 2. We'll be back right after this.
Whether your goal is to get to Carnegie Hall or to break into the Diamonds lineup.
Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com.
All right, we are back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. The Diamonds have given up a run with a close play at home plate. Javier with a diving attempt to get the runner, and he sent the runner head over heels, but he was not able to get him out. So we're going to inning number 4 with the Diamonds up here. What an odd third inning the Diamonds had. The first 3 hitters all got singles, and 2 of those 3 were out. That doesn't happen very often. Here's a pitch to Chris Quitzer to lead off inning number 4, and it is a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, and then to give up the lead on a wild pitch in the very next half inning.
Quitzer with a single, and then came around to score back in the second inning. 1-1 count here. Monty Doxter on the mound for the Clippers. Doxter to the plate. That pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2.
Not a bad time to talk a little MVP here, Scott.
Absolutely.
And Nick Aikens Sr. of the Admirals still leading the way in RBIs and home runs. And
this pitch is swung on a miss. That's strike 3, and Quitzer is out number 1.
He's been ahead in those categories for a long time. And of course, Javian Randall was having such a great year, but he's moved on. Left.
There's an interesting discussion. Does that eliminate him, do you think? Or is he still in conversation, or what?
I don't know if that eliminates him, but it's hard to,
pitch to Yasuda is a strike, and it's 0-1.
If the guys are kind of even, you're thinking, well, this guy or that guy. It's hard not to go with the guy who's here the whole season.
Right. Pitch has popped up. And you think Randall's gone early enough that he's out of the conversation?
I would say I would certainly give the edge to Nick Aikens Sr., but when Randall was still here, he was hitting over 400, and the RBI total was high.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Yasuda.
He was having just a magnificent year, and he was right on the heels of Nick Aikens Sr. with the RBI total.
This pitch to Yasuda lifted the right side down the right field line. It looks like it's going to be in foul territory, and it will fall to the ground. So it will not be an out, but it will also not be in fair ground. So we will all go back to where we were with 1 ball and 2 strikes on Yuki Yasuda.
Kenny Myersdorf deserves to be mentioned. Coming in with 23 bombs and 73 RBIs, second in that RBI category.
That pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2.
Jake Taylor of San Rafael having another nice year, but you look at his numbers.
This pitch is looped to right side, down the right field line. It's going to be a fair ball. Yasuda around first. He'll head to second for a double, and he'll make it in there easily. No one even covering the bag. So Yasuda with a 2-bagger right here with 1 out, and the Diamonds are in business in the 4th inning.
Lace down that right field line. You can see Yuki scoot right around first base, looking for a double the entire way, not watching the ball. And he's able to beat the throw into second base, and a 1-out double for Yasuda.
Masa Mayadira will step up here with a runner at second and one out. Diamonds and Clippers tied at 2.
He's going to say Jay Taylor having another good year, but about half as many home runs as
Pitches a strike. It's 0-1.
half as many home runs as Nick Akins. I believe Jake's got 15. Make it 16 for Jake. And he's third overall in RBIs with 68.
No balls and a strike count. Runner at second, one out. Doxter to the plate, and that pitch is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Of course, Tillman Pugh winning the honors last year, putting together such a great season, doing real well this year, and ended up getting the promotion.
1-1 count. That pitch is a strike. It's 1-2. Masadira, he heard the strike call and he's cracked up, and I don't blame him. That seemed to be a very high strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2 is the score. Here's a pitch. Swung on, popped up, left side. And actually it's going to be on the infield right by the mound, and Nathan Etheridge comes in to make the play. That's out number 2.
Nice pitch in there, tying up the hitter, getting that weak pop-up.
The catcher, number 32.
Stephen Javier comes up here. He had a sac fly his last time up. He, of course, involved in that play at the plate where the ball got away behind him, and he went down and ran it down. He picked it up, didn't get very far. Of course, it hits the backstop and bounces right back. There's not that much room here in Pittsburgh, but he turned around and hesitated just a second, and I think that's what allowed the run to score. So we're tied here. He's got a runner at second with 2 down. Bottom of the 4th, and the pitch to Javier is swung on and fouled back.
Well, Diamonds need another 2-out hit. See if Javier can pick it up here, or at least keep things going for Jose Garcia, who's got that 2-out RBI hit earlier in the ballgame that gave the Diamonds a 2-1 lead.
Taylor Blowier, anyway, is throwing in the bullpen for Martinez. This pitch is lifted to the right side. Over comes the right fielder, and he's going to make the catch right shy of the right field line. So Decker gets the catch for out number 3. The Diamonds get a runner second with a double, but that will do it for them here in the 4th. At the end of 4 full, the score, Pittsburgh 2 and Martinez 2.
Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com. Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. One example of teamwork is a smooth.
It hasn't been the smoothest of performances for Dakota Freeze, but he's only given up 2 runs, and the Diamonds are very much obviously involved in a tie ball game here in the 5th inning. And if you're only giving up 2 runs, what else can you ask for? We're going through inning number 5. 2 runs from your starting pitcher. That's a good deal. he wants to keep it that way, and he will face Jimmy Lunardelli, Wilkins Jimenez, and Devin Carter, the first 3 scheduled hitters for Martinez as we go through the top of the 5th inning. Diamonds in a battle for 3rd place, fighting to see if they can hold off Vallejo, and I say hold off now because last night's victory gave them a 1-game lead against Vallejo. It's possible it's a 2-game lead. It's a 1-game lead if you count Saturday night's game as a loss to Martinez. That's a game where the Diamonds came back to tie it in the ninth, and some people think because of the lights curfew they should take those runs off the scoreboard and give Martinez a 10-8 win. Other people say they should play the extra innings of Martinez at the end of this week and let them decide it on the field. But anyway, the worst situation, the Diamonds have that 1-game lead against Vallejo, even if that's considered a loss. So the one game ahead is the worst they could be. They could be 2 games ahead, and isn't that just enough to give you a headache? Jimmy Lunardelli will step in here for Martinez in the top of the 5th against the right-hander Dakota Freeze. Wind up in the delivery. The pitch, it just curves in there, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone, and it is 1-0. There's a good look at Dakota as he winds and delivers. That pitch is fouled back, and the count is 1-1.
Curveball, fastball combination. Evens the count at 1-1. I thought that breaking ball on the first pitch was pretty nice. Looked like Lunardelli had given up on it. Just didn't quite come back far enough to catch the inside part of the plate.
1-1 count, the 1-1 pitch. High and inside, and just getting out of the way is Lunardelli just for a second. That ball was very close to his head, and he did get out of the way, but boy, that was close.
Fortunate to get out of the way. He really had to bend quite a bit.
2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch from Freeze. Swung a ground ball up the middle, and that'll be stopped. No, Garcia can't quite get it, and it goes into center field for a base hit.
Great effort out there by Garcia, and we've seen him actually get to some of those balls and throw guys out, but just out of the reach of the diving shortstop, and Clips in business here to start off this inning.
Wilkins Jimenez will step up here, the Clippers catcher. He grounded out to third base back in the 2nd inning. Now he's up with a runner at first and nobody out. Here's a pitch. Fouled away. That count goes to 0-1. Thank you for joining us on Mixer.com and on Delta TV tonight. Thanks to Delta TV folks here for the final home game of the year. And we like having them. If they are, of course, available on as a cable access channel on, here's a pitch, low and outside, on Comcast and on ATT-Uverse, as well as, of course, all these games streamed on the Pittsburgh Diamonds YouTube channel, as you know. We hope you're watching us there. And if you're joining us on Mixer.com, thank you. You don't get any pictures, but you do get our spectacularly descriptive account of the game.
The voices of the angels.
Yes. This pitch to Jimenez is popped up to short center field, coming in as Smith, and he's got that one for out number 1.
Fastball there by Dakota Freeze. Keeps that one off the barrel of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. And after giving up that leadoff base hit, nice to get the next batter out without having to give up a base. Not allowing the Clippers to get the go-ahead run into scoring position.
Runner still at first. 1 out. Devin Carter steps in here. Carter flew out to right field his first time up. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's a pitch. That's a strike. It's 0-1. It's a 2-2 ball game. Diamonds and the Clippers, a home run and then a play at the plate on a wild pitch that scored a run for the Clippers for their 2 runs. The Diamonds got 2 runs in the 2nd inning on a sacrifice fly and then an RBI by a single by Jose Garcia. That pitch is outside, and it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right now, Lunardelli is on at first base. He's got his lead, Lashley holding him on, and Freeze takes a look over there. That pitch is outside for a ball, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Lunardelli on the season has 5 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times.
Yeah, unless it's first and third, don't go.
Here's the pitch. That's outside for a ball, and it is 3 balls and 1 strike, and Javier wants to have a talk with his pitcher, so he's going to walk out and say hello to Dakota Freeze. Interesting season for Dakota. He has been up and down. Early in the season, he had a lot of big matchups against his former team, San Rafael, and those were big games for him, and he came through. He did a beautiful job of pitching, but and then the biggest moment of the season might have been the night he cut his hair off. And all of a sudden, there's a whole new Dakota Freeze. He exacerbates his manager, who sometimes is frustrated. Here's a pitch. Swung on this one, lifted high to right field. Over goes the right fielder, Martinez, and he's going to make the catch near the foul line, and he will throw the ball in and keep the runner at first base.
Boy, Massa started going way back as if that one was headed toward the fence, and then a quick move over toward the line. Took a nice angle on that play and really scooted out there and made that one look a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
You can see how lush the grass is here in Pittsburgh as Massadir is walking across that outfield. His cleats were disappearing in the lush grass. 2 outs now, runner at first, 2-2 ball game. Freeze to the plate, and that pitch is a ball, 1-0. Victor Grasso at the plate. He grounded out to third base back in the 3rd inning.
You know, Massa, one of those guys that can play the infield or the outfield. You see he's got good speed. Certainly good enough to play in the outfield there. And, of course, he and Yasuda, old teammates in Sonoma.
Next pitch, a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
Always nice to have guys that can move around the diamond and help you defensively. Makes things so much easier.
They've got a whole bunch of Morgan Blatnick, Rafael Valera, Maedira. That pitch is a strike.
Seeing that a lot in the major leagues too, Scott. They're asking guys to play more than one position, sometimes more than 2, and they're asking them to be very good at more than 1.
Right, it's not easy to play different positions. It's a whole different perspective on the game. You got to do different things. So it's more. I think it's more to ask of somebody than it sounds like. But some people are adept at it. Gabriel Bracamonte has played a number of positions. Bracamonte is on the disabled list, and it's interesting to know Diamonds expect him back tomorrow or Friday. Grasso ground ball to left side to Garcia. He's going to throw the easy one to second base to Rafael Valera, and that's out number 3. So a leadoff single doesn't hurt the Diamonds. They go down 1-2. The Clippers go down 1-2-3 after that. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score 2-2.
Executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name, they're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
Are you looking for a community?
Well, I may get a tear in my eye for the final rendition of YMCA at Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Well, we don't know. We keep saying this. We'll say it again. The Diamonds could host a championship game on Sunday. A lot of things would have to happen, but that could happen on Sunday. But right now, the last regular season rendition of YMCA playing right here, and boy, is that a special moment. 80 games over the course of the regular season. 40 games now have been completed here, and I think 40 times we've heard YMCA, and who wouldn't love that?
I thought that Saturday, wherever we're at, I'll request it. In your honor, Scott.
Oh dear. Well, if it's Sanderfeld, they play it there too. Sonoma plays it every once in a while. So there you go. Matty Doxter is back on the mound here for the Clippers as we go to the bottom of inning number 5. The Diamonds and the Martinez Clippers tied up in a 2-2 ball game here, and we're going to have Jose Garcia and then the top of the order, Brett Smith and Morgan Blatnick for the Diamonds. Garcia, an RBI single back in the second inning to drive in the second run that has these Diamonds tied with Martinez. Jose takes outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Jose with his second season here in Pittsburgh, and this pitch is swung around to the left side to the shortstop. Barrios has it, and he throws him out after a couple easy hops. 1 out. Top of the order, Brett Smith. Brett Smith with a double, and boy, one of the more interesting trips to the plate. Last time Brett was up, he hit a ball down the right field line that turned into a double, except he forgot to touch first base. As he went around first base, it was called out. And that led off an odd inning where the Diamonds had the first three batters all got hits, and 2 of them were out, even though they had hits. That pitch is a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Brett Smith here, who is 1 for 2 on the night.
Yes, sir. Heck no, man.
Brett having a spectacular season. Here's a pitch. That's low and outside for a strike. Oh, excuse me, a strike. It's 1-1.
So he figured out he better come out there.
1-1 count. 1 out. Nobody on. Doxter comes to the plate. That's a strike. 1-2.
Here's a nicely placed fastball down to the knees. Low and away.
These two teams have played very briskly basketball. What are we playing? Baseball games the last 2 nights. They get up there, they throw that pitch, and on with the game. This pitch is ground ball left side. That's going to be a base hit in left field. Smith with his second hit of the game, and Morgan Blatnick will come to the plate.
Kind of went down to get that pitch. It was a little bit low, and he was able to barrel that one up and smack it through the 5-hole.
Hard to miss first base when you get a single. Blatnick followed Brett Smith's double. Well, it looked like, I don't know, what do you call it, a double? I don't know what you call it when he gets a safe hit, but he doesn't touch the bag.
I think he gets credit for a base hit.
And he followed that with a hit of his own, but of course by then Smith was off the bases. This pitch is a strike and it's 0-1. 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Diamonds and Clippers. Brett Smith on at first base, and Brett is a threat to steal. He is very, very fast and is a good base runner on top of it. He's got 19 stolen bases, 8 caught stealing.
And for most of the year, that ratio was a lot better.
There he goes. The 0-1 pitch is low for a ball, and the pitch is grounded. It bounces up to second base, and Smith is on at second.
Nicely done by Smith, reading the pitcher well. Good-looking throw by Vic Grasso, but the speedy Smith able to beat it. And now the Diamonds can take the lead with a base hit.
Runner at second. The Diamonds are much more of a pick your spots to run team, and that was a good spot. You got, Very fast runner up there. You got to get him into scoring position. Tie ball game. Pitch to Blatnick, low and inside for a ball. It's 2-1.
Mockney, the third baseman, even with the bag, but several steps off the line, giving Blatnick quite a bit of room down that third base line.
They're giving him kind of a shift, a little bit of a shift here. Barrios playing right behind Smith. That pitch is a strike, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You guys are all so bipolar.
2-2 count. Diamonds trying to break the tie here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Blatnick and Smith have been a devastating duo the entire season, especially the second half. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, foul, down the left field line.
Boy, Morgan was really slapping the ball that time, barrels it up nicely, but he looked like he was trying to put that ball down the line into left field. Sees the room over there and was thinking extra bases down into the left field corner.
Top of the second inning in San Rafael, the Admirals have taken a 2-0 lead over the Pacifics. 2-2 count here. Smith was the lead. The 2-2 pitch swung and fouled away, and the count stays at 2-2. Diamonds and Clippers on the season. 8 wins for the Diamonds, 4 wins for the Clippers. Not counting Saturday's game. Here at home, here in Pittsburgh, the Diamonds have a 5-2 record. Trying to make that 6-2, obviously. Play each team 16 times. Two-two count. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. This one is lifted high to left center field. Back goes the center fielder Carter, but it's going to be the left fielder Lunardelli to make the catch. His throw will go to third and well offline. He wasn't cut off because Barrios couldn't get the ball. And had Smith been trying to go to third, he would have had an easy time of it, but of course he doesn't know that before the ball is thrown. Out is Blatnick. They're 2 down, and here comes Rafael Valera. Valera tonight has a single and has grounded out. He has started to hit again. Valera's kind of a streaky hitter, and he'll go through periods of time where he knocks everything in for a safe hit, and then other times where he doesn't hit so well. Right now he's hitting .292, 11 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Well, that was before tonight's game. That pitch is strike. It's 0-1.
Diamond's looking for that 2-out knock here to take the lead. Smith's out there ducking the pond for Valera. Let's see if he can deliver.
Doesn't take much to score Smith, especially with 2 outs, since he'll get a chance to go if there's contact. No balls and 1 strike, and that pitch is strike 2, 0-2.
Boy, that, by the sound of the glove, that was the hardest fastball that he's thrown tonight. Boy, that was very loud.
Matty Doxter trying to keep a lid on the Diamonds here in the 5th inning. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on him. It's strike 3. So the Diamonds get a single from Brett Smith and a stolen base, but that's all they can get. We're going to the 6th inning with the score. Pittsburgh 2, Martinez 2.
Based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours. Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburg. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant.
Welcome back to inning number 6 here in Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Diamonds and Clippers tied at 2. The Diamonds in a battle for third place. They've clinched the playoffs. They were just talking about the playoff situation. Sonoma is clinched first place, and Santa Fe will be second. So if the Diamonds finish third, they'll play Santa Fe on Saturday. We know that Santa Fe wants to have that game at 5 o'clock. We're not sure what the Sonoma situation is. In fact, the Sonoma situation has been up in the air. They are not sure because of Pop Warner football and other things on their field whether or not they will be able to host playoff games either on Saturday or on Sunday. We haven't heard any more information about that, so we're not sure what the situation is. The Diamonds could be playing there if they were to finish 4th on Saturday or if they were in a championship game with Sonoma on Sunday. But Sonoma has an alternative place to play if they can't play at home. They can play at Sonoma State, but that's not what they want. They have a big home field advantage where they play usually. This pitch right now is a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Pedro Barrios leading off the top of the 6th inning.
Good looking changeup. The arm action said fastball. Ball came out, he pulled the string.
Mr. Barrios has had an outstanding season, and he's great on defense. He's shortstop for the Clippers, hitting over 360 for them. And if the Clippers weren't in last place, he might be in that MVP discussion. That pitch is a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You're always hard for the guys that are more defensive heavy, but when you see how these games are played, you see how some of those defensive plays change games, Scott. When you watch all the games that you do, you know how valuable it is.
Absolutely. That pitch is a ball, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Freeze thought he had a strike. He didn't get the call, so now it's 3-1. That's huge, and of course it's also difficult. People have spectacular seasons for teams that are losing teams, and it depends on how you figured most valuable player. This pitch is lined into right field, base hit just over a leaping Valera, who could not get his glove on the ball, and coming in is Maedira to pick it up and throw it in. On at first base with a single is Barrios, and that's a leadoff hit here in the 6th inning. Here comes Ken Blackstone. He's got a double and a pop out to his credit today. Left-hander against the right-hander Dakota Freeze. You've got to think that, it depends. If you think you've got to be a most valuable player, you have to add value to a team that's winning. Some people think that. That's an argument people make. This pitch, ground ball right side. Right at Valera, flipped to second for 1. On to first, a Diamonds double play.
4-6-3 tailor-made double play, and you always got to give the pitcher credit for inducing that type of ground ball. But the Diamonds, the play is presented to them, and they make it perfectly, and just like that, 2 down.
Beautiful play, and Valera kind of backhand the ball to Garcia, coming at him and having a chance. Here's a replay. We get a chance to look at it. Ground ball right side to Valera. Backhands it to Garcia, who's going, all the momentum, everything's on his way, right towards first base. Very nice. 2 outs, nobody on. Nathan Etheridge fouls that one off to the right side, and it's 0-1. He may have broken his bat on that, and he's going to go get some new lumber, as they say.
Well, you're talking about MVP, Scott, and you can look at the American League, and Mike Trout, certainly recognized as one of the best, if not the best player in the league. Angels just aren't very good this year, but Trout's numbers are incredible. How do you figure that? So, should he be in that MVP race? Well, he certainly should be, but you might look at some other guys that are helping teams, win their division and move on to the playoffs.
That's it's an age-old discussion, and for lots of good reasons.
Yeah, it is a good reason. How valuable are you if your team's just not very good? You're not valuable enough.
Right. You may be very valuable, but it is a team sport, folks. So, Anyway, it's a difficult thing, but Mike Trout, he can go home and cry in his money.
Yes.
Nathan Etheridge up here fouls that one away. That sounded too negative for Mike Trout. Mike Trout is an outstanding guy. On top of everything else, he's a great guy, he's a great player, all those things. I have nothing against Mike Trout, but they did a little violin for Mike Trout. I don't think so. Things
no
are going
reason
good.
to feel sorry for him. Life's good.
Yeah. 0-2 count here on Nathan Etheridge. Dakota Freeze trying to shut down this inning now after he got a double play from the guys behind him. Here's a pitch. That's high for a ball, and it's 1-2.
You're talking about that. One guy that jumps out at you is Chris Davis of the Oakland A's.
Mm-hmm.
Is he about 40 home runs or something right now?
Isn't he the designated hitter? Because I heard their manager talking about how DHs don't get it either.
They don't. And there's a good argument to be made. You're only helping me with offense, but you're helping me a ton. So then you'll get consideration. But if somebody else is out there doing, comparable numbers, and they're really good on defense, well, it's no doubter right there.
Right. 1-2 count here on Etheridge. Nobody on. 2-2 ball game. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Garcia charges. He gets a nice hop and throws him out. Easy play for Garcia. And the Diamonds, after a leadoff single, get the Clippers to go quietly. 1-2-3 practically. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth with the score. Pittsburgh 2 and Martinez 2.
Anytime we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint, we know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate.
That is going to be it for Matty Doxter here for the Clippers tonight after he pitches 5 innings. It gives up only 2 runs, 8 hits for the Diamonds, but he was able to keep the lid on it, and he is going to be replaced here by Taylor Blowy, and B-L-O-Y-E is how you spell his name. There's the scoreboard. Diamonds with 2 runs and 8 hits, 2 runs, 5 hits for Martinez. And Taylor Blowy will come out here, 6'2", 180 pounds. He has pitched in 7 games before this. He's actually started 3 of them. He has 26 innings pitched, 15 walks, 23 strikeouts in 26 innings. His record, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 save, and his earned run average is 7.62. He will come out here for the bottom of the 6th inning and face Ryan Lashley, Chris Quitzer, and Yuki Yasuda in a 2-2 ball game between the Diamonds and the Clippers. It's now the bottom of the 2nd in San Rafael, and it is Vallejo 2 and the Pacific's nothing. Diamonds interested in that, of course, because they have a game lead on Vallejo in the battle for 3rd place in the Pacific Association with 3 games to play tonight and then 2 more games. Those both will be played in Martinez Thursday and Friday with the potential for Saturday night's game to be finished on the field in overtime. That would go into extra innings, the 10th inning with the score tied at 10 if they decide to finish that one on the field. Right now, Ryan Lashley, there he is, number 12, stepping up to the plate. Diamonds and Clippers battling this one out. And a new pitcher, Blowy, is ready to go. beautiful kind of pink clouds and the blue sky behind Blowy as he comes to the plate. First pitch to Lashley is inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Last regular season home game for Pittsburgh. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, lifted high, down the left field line and foul, and it'll be out of play. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch, low, bounces back, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Diamonds have not had anybody warming up in their bullpen. Blowy has been warming up for a while, coming out here for the 6th inning. Both pitchers, starting pitchers, have turned in fine performances so far. Freeze, there's no indication Freeze is coming out, but giving up 2 runs in 5 innings is a good play. It's a good night. There's a pitch low and outside for a ball, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Lashley. Three-one count. The 3-1 pitch. Strike, and it's 3-2. It is not. It's been a very cool day for the summer so far. Here's a pitch. That's ball 4. Lashley is on at first. But tonight has not been as cold as you might have expected once the sun goes down, and that's partially probably because the wind has been very tame. It's just not blowing hardly at all. Lashley on at first base. Nobody out. Chris Quitzer steps up here. He has a single and 2 trips, and he scored a run. Pitch to him is high and outside for a ball, and it is 1-0. The Diamonds, 6:30 starts in Martinez on Thursday and Friday. They may be playing earlier if they have to finish that extra inning game from last Saturday. We will let you know that online, and you can catch that broadcast. This pitch is fouled off on Mixler.com. Count 1-1. And then on Saturday, we'll have the playoff game. Whether it is Santa Fe or Sonoma, whatever time, again, that will be something that will be the information about when that starts and how to watch us, how to hear it, will also be available online on the Diamonds ProBall.com website. That pitch goes into the bullpen area for Martinez, and the count goes to 1-2 now on Quitzer. Nobody out, and Ryan Lashley on at first. 1-2 count, the 1-2 pitch. A swung a line drive right at the third baseman. He's going to try to double up Lashley, and he does.
Well, you're taught to freeze on a line drive, and Lash didn't freeze. He skipped off the bag a couple of extra steps, and that was enough for Maccabee to throw him out as he threw behind him. And Maccabee right away caught that ball, and he was going to first immediately, and the Diamonds doubled up.
Very tough play for Ryan Lashley when that ball gets hit like that. It just he couldn't get back fast enough, obviously. 2 outs now. Yuki Yasuda will step up here, and nobody on.
Scott, we have seen a very well defensively, a very well-played game defensively by both teams.
Tonight, yes. Pitch to Yasuda, a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now to Yuki as Blowy has come in here and given up a single to Ryan Lashley and then got that double play, and now it's an 0-2 on Yasuda. That bounces up there. Nice stop by Grasso, although there's nobody on. 1-2 count.
I mean, we've seen guys thrown out on the base pass pretty much in every way they can be thrown out.
Right. 1-2 count, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball goes over the mound to the second baseman. Stop, throw behind him, and he makes the throw right at first base. Nice throw, out number 3, and the Diamonds are down after getting a leadoff single. So we go to the 7th inning with the score, the Diamonds 2 and the Clippers 2.
He lined into the double play.
If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow. Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
We've played 6 innings here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium, and the Diamonds and the Clippers are tied at 2. And so they've got to decide who's going to get ahead there. You know, it's, John McKay used to say of USC football, he said, you know, we played 60 minutes of this football game trying to give one team or the other the lead. He said that's why he went for 2 all the time. We're not here to try to tie the score. Well, we got a tie score now, and we're going to go to the 7th inning, and to take us the rest of the way, the voice of the Diamonds, Tony Schultz.
Thank you very much, Scotty. I also liked when they talked to the old USC coach and said, Coach, how come you have a 5-year plan to turn this Buccaneer team around? He said, well, I had a 5-year contract.
That sounds like John McKay.
Okay. Nobody was better with the media than McKay. All right, top of the 7th we go. A 2-2 tie here from Pittsburg. Maccabee coming in with those beautiful numbers, as you see there. For Allen, he's added to that a home run tonight. The Diamonds got him in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. This pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes from Dakota Freeze. Dakota out there for inning number 7. Gone 6 so far, just giving up the 2 runs. Fastball upswing and a miss. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. So for Matty Doxter, he ends up going 5 innings, 2 runs, 8 hits. Good outing for Matty. And the 1-1 pitch, swing, ground ball left side and foul. And the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 8 hits. No errors for Pittsburgh. 2-5-0 for the Clips in their inaugural season. Seeing them play so much better here in the second half than they did in that first half. And the 1-2 pitch here. And swing. Pop up left side. Blatnick coming in. Going out is the catcher, Javier. And it'll be the catcher, Javier, to make the catch. And boy, that is a difficult catch for the catcher to make. Probably should give way to the third baseman, but when you're running out there, you wait for the other guy to call you off, and if he doesn't, you got to go out there and make the play. And Stephen Javier makes that play, and well, we've just seen a defensive gem tonight here by both teams. Here's Will Decker. And Will, left-handed batter, takes a strike. Count 0-1. And it's just one of those games where
Use that behind the plate, dude. Come on.
it has been played so well defensively here. And the pitch, and that breaking ball is inside. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to Will Decker. So Maccabee pops out foul to the catcher. Decker a base hit. He was thrown out 8-6, trying to stretch that into a double. Seen that a couple of times tonight. Here's a pitch down low. Both the Diamonds and the Martinez Clippers have both been able to throw out runners, trying to stretch singles into doubles. 2 balls, 1 strike to Will Decker. And this one hit to the left side. Quitzer running over, and he can't get there. It's a foul ball, hit well down the left field line into foul territory. And Chris Quitzer on his horse over to get it, but several feet out of his reach in the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Decker. And Jimmy Lunardelli standing in the on-deck circle for the Martinez Clippers.
The Diamonds are in an interesting situation right now because there are a number of people on their staff that they would like to have get a couple of innings work at this point with 2 games to go before the playoffs. But Freeze is going well. You don't want to take him out of the game, I guess. And, you know, they don't know whether they're going to battle for third or not, how much of a fight Vallejo's going to put up. It's just a lot of variables between all-out war and taking a vacation.
2-2 pitch is high. They appeal down to first base on the check swing. They call it ball 3. Trying to get make sure everybody's ready to go and fresh. And including Dakota Freeze, who's going to get a couple of days off, so he'll be available. And this one fouled away, and the count 3 balls and 2 strikes to Will Decker.
Are you guys a host family at all? Yeah.
On Friday, no doubt they will
Well, probably, but I don't know where
turn to position players probably pitching. Unless they're still in the battle for third.
Payoff pitch, fouled off left side. That's out of play, and the count remains 3-2. And now a good battle going on between Decker and Freeze. Now we've officially reached the late innings. Lights are on, taking effect here. Certainly not as cold as last night, but starting to get a bit chilly here at the ballpark. Payoff pitch, ground ball, and Lashley's got that over at first base. He'll beat the runner to the bag, and 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th.
Now batting, number 7, Jimmy Lunardelli.
Boy, last couple of nights, getting a look at Lashley over there at first base. He's really played that first sack very well.
He has. And you get a lot of sharp ground balls there. You know, it's as much of a hot corner as it is at third base.
Certainly can be. But being over on the right side of the infield, you don't always have to play as close. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Well, that fastball was exit stage left. Diving away from the right-handed hitter. And Lunardelli reaching out there and trying to get it, just could not catch up. 0-1 to the left fielder, and this one bends out of the way. And they count 1 ball and 1 strike to Jimmy. Dakota Freeze putting together one of his best starts. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, up and in. Check swing, but boy, that was just Lunardelli just trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, he was caught halfway between, in the middle of his swinging. He decided he needed to get out of the way, and that was a difficult situation.
2 balls and 1 strike to Jimmy. Strikeout and a base hit for him here tonight, and now looks at one outside, and the count goes 3 balls and 1 strike as he bats here with nobody aboard and 2 down.
According to the stats we have here, running stats, 69 pitches for Dakota Freeze here in the 7th inning. That's not very many.
That one gets away, ball 4, so 2 outs, nobody aboard. Now 2 outs, and Lunardelli will walk on down to first. And here's Wilkins Jimenez, the designated hitter, And you talk about number of pitches and where we're at in the ball game, a very efficient game by Dakota
Absolutely.
Freeze.
Yeah, there have been, it does not, if I go back at my scorebook, I don't think there have been more than 4 batters in any inning, and that's only been twice.
And this will warm your heart, Scott. He's walked only 2 batters.
That does warm my heart.
And that'll certainly help with your pitch efficiency as we look at Wilkins Jimenez, who stands in. A 2-2 tie for Pittsburgh. Timeout called momentarily. And the next pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Count 0-1 to Jimenez. And boy, that swing was all arms by Jimenez as that fastball was just thrown right by him.
There's always a big battle when you're talking about Dakota Freeze pitching, and there's, the question is he likes to strike people out, and you got to go rear back and throw that hard fastball.
Another one, big chopper. Blatnick's got it, fires over to second, in time to get him. Nice play by Blatnick, who backed up, sort of played that like a wide receiver, and then made the throw right on the money like a quarterback. And yeah, it's football season coming up. Diamonds take care of the Clips here. Let's go to the home half of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time from Pittsburgh, a 2-2 tie.
Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com. Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town.
All right, back here in Pittsburgh as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and you see the Old Glory there out in center field at half-mast for the passing of Arizona Senator John McCain. And, of course, the Vietnam veteran and the former prisoner of war. And we talk about hero status, and the guy who said, no, I'll stay here in prison in the Hanoi Hilton and let people go that have been here longer than I have. That is an incredibly selfless act.
He was offered the chance to leave because his father was commander of the Pacific Fleet, and he said, no, thank you. I will stay here and do my time, and that is an amazing thing.
He lies in state right now, and I believe he'll be buried on Saturday. Masa Mayadera leading it off here for Pittsburgh. Mayadera, Javier Garcia, bottom part of the order. First pitch in there. Actually misses ball 1 ball and no strikes.
2-2 ball game. The Diamonds got to find that run to give them a lead, and of course they want more than that for a little insurance.
Masa hits it hard, right field and deep, but out there to catch up to that is Decker. So one right fielder takes care of another. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Stephen Javier.
Catcher number 32, Stephen Javier.
So Mayadera flies out to right. Here's Javier. He's got himself a sacrifice fly and an RBI this evening. Also flew out to right field. as Jose Garcia waits on deck. And you see the numbers for Javier, just hasn't been able to put it together with the batting average. This one right off the pitcher's leg, off the mound to get it, is the pitcher to make the play. And Bloyer, boy, he took that right off the leg, and boy, that's kind of smart. That ball was absolutely tagged off the bat of Javier.
That was bad luck for Javier. Bad luck for Bloyer, too, who is suffering. But Javier, without hitting the pitcher, might have had a single up in the center field, and instead it's an out.
Yeah, but I would say the bad luck is more on the pitcher's part than the hitter's. Take a look here, and this ball is scorched. Boy, right off the leg there, but look at Bloyer, just off the mound to get it to throw him out. And they'll check on him right now. We certainly hope that he's okay.
As you saw in that play, he didn't show any signs immediately of being in pain or having some kind of bad reaction, and he still hasn't had too much of a reaction. But, the Diamonds trainer is out there making sure he's all right, and she says, okay, go get him, guy.
He's going to stay in the game, so that's looking really tough right there. I mean, the way that ball, it just looked like it hit him square on the leg.
Right.
I mean, it didn't bounce off to one side or the other, just kind of straight off that leg, and he's going to throw a few to make sure he's okay. And meanwhile, the Diamond bullpen getting heated up. It's left-hander Cam Hatch getting loose down there.
They moved to the top of the fourth inning in Sanderfeld, so they're moving right along in that game, and it is Vallejo 2, Sanderfeld 1. The bottom of the fifth, Napa and Sonoma, the Stompers are leading 4-1.
So we're talking about who could be going possibly for Sonoma, throwing it out there. Ethan Gibbons had himself a nice year for the Stompers partner. 8-1 with the record and just over 4 with the ERA. Certainly put in a lot of innings, 91 1/3. And the applause coming to Bloyer, who's going to stay in the ball game, and that's nice to see. Javier's ball just absolutely ripped him right in the leg, but he's apparently okay, and he's going to pitch to Garcia here with nobody aboard and 2 down.
Jose had his own moment like that last weekend where he got hit on Saturday night by a bomb ball to shortstop that came bouncing up and hit him smack in the face. He decided to stay in the game too.
First pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Garcia. 2 out RBI knock. That was back in the second. Grounded out to his counterpart. In the fifth, swing and a miss, and 1 tailing away from him. And he's quickly down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So the jockey for position here as the season winds down. Still to be determined what time those games are going to start. Looking ahead towards the playoffs, the Diamonds, of course, will finish up the season in Martinez. Swing and a miss, and down goes Garcia. So Bloyer looks no worse for wear. He's got himself a 1-2-3 inning. To the 8th we go. Diamonds and Clippers all tied at 2.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name, they're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
All right, to the top of the 8th inning we go. And the Clippers and Diamonds all tied at 2 apiece. So Bloyer stays in the game after being nailed by a shot off the bat of the catcher. Stephen Javier able to stay in the game and get that 1-2-3 inning. And now here's Devin Carter to lead it off. As we've gone to the 8th, Dakota Freeze putting together a very nice game indeed. Carter, Grasso, Pedro, Barrios, the 8-9-1 hitters to face Freeze here as he comes out and gets another inning. Looking at scores, I'm hearing that Vallejo leading here 2-1, and there's a good looking off-speed pitch right there to start off Carter. And the count, no balls on a strike. Carter 0 for 2 so far, and this far into the ball game, kind of odd to see guys in only their 3rd at bat.
Right.
Big swing and a miss, and boy, that was another good looking breaking ball. Boy, Dakota Freeze has been absolutely sharp here this evening.
It's been a well-pitched ball game on both teams.
Right-hander looks in, he's got the sign, ready to go now. Kicks, fires, and swung on. Fouled off right side, and we'll do the 0-2 one more time. So we talked about Juan Espinoza, his good numbers. 4.92 with the ERA, a little bit high. Last outing he did pretty well, those 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Also done well in his previous outing, swinging a foul here. Count stays 0-2. That was August 16th versus Vallejo, a win. He went 6 2/3, 1 earned. And he pitched July the 29th against Pittsburgh. Went 5 1/3 in that one. Diamonds roughed him up though, Scotty. Gave up 6 earned runs. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing and just does. Count goes 1-2.
Almost hit him that time.
So you're looking for guys who are pitching well, have had good seasons. And how do they match up against the team you're going up against? Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one sprayed foul into the Diamond bullpen. And in this league, for the most part, Scott, familiarity, well, it runs rampant. All right, Freeze ready, and the 1-2 pitch. That one misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Way to look now. Way to look, DC. Let's go.
Carter trying to get this one started off here in the 8th for the Clippers. Diamonds, as we look ahead to the bottom of the 8th, they'll start with the top of the order and Brett Smith. Swing and a foul tip held by Javier. That'll be a strikeout for Dakota Freeze, and that's how the 8th inning begins.
Picks up a strikeout. I was about to say earlier, the battle with Dakota Freeze, a lot of people say that he likes to throw strikeouts, and that will tend to wear out his arm. Tonight he has not been a big strikeout pitcher, and he has been consistent and kept the Clippers off the base for the most part and kept them out of a big inning.
Here's one popped into right field. Masadera coming in, still coming in. Second baseman going out. They can't make the catch. Runner around first, headed over to second. He'll slide in without a throw. And that'll be a double that just dropped in between a trio of diamonds.
I think it hits Valera's glove. I think it hit into his glove and it bounced out.
But boy, that was a very difficult play for Valera. Looks like it should have been Mayadera's ball, and they're going to call that one an error. Boy.
Let's see if we get a replay on this because
I can't believe they would call that an error. Looked like a double all the way. That's a very difficult play. But nobody ever listens to me.
here comes Aaron Miles.
So Grasso's aboard at second base. They are going to call that an error. And I think they're going to charge it to Valera, who got a piece
Here comes
of
the
that
replay.
ball.
Popped up right field, and you can see Valera going out there, and it hits his glove and bounces away.
Is that an error?
I think you're right that Mayadera should have been the one to make the play, but I think if you got your glove on it at that level.
It was into no man's land.
Is that 35?
But they're going to call it E4. So, error on Valera. Grasso reaches with one out. And here's Pedro Barrios. It looks like now we're going to have a pinch runner here for the catcher, Grasso. So they're going to get some more speed out on the bases here for the Clippers.
Chris Caffrey will come in to run for Grasso.
Chris Caffrey got the start in yesterday's game, and now he represents the potential winning run. And back to the top of the order for Pedro Barrios.
So you got a pinch runner at second. You got the league's leading hitter at the plate.
Now batting, number 4, Pedro Barrios. Entering the game to pinch hit, number 3, Chris Caffrey.
Did I just say pinch hit? I meant pinch run.
And fouled off at the plate. And they count no balls and one strike. Now here's one of those situations. Got a runner at second base representing the potential go-ahead run late in the ball game, and well, can the Diamonds and Dakota Freeze turn away the Clippers here? 1 on, 1 out, top half of the 8th. Here's a look back at second by Dakota, kicks and fires. This one inside for a ball, and the count goes 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know what? I think the yellow one was pineapple.
And the 1-1 pitch, that one's high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So looking at Sonoma's possibilities for the playoffs in terms of their starting pitching. Sharp, Gibbons, Espinoza. Guys that are very likely. DJ Sharabi started a few games, but usually would come out of the bullpen. Big swing and a miss right there. And Dakota, this late into the ball game, Scott, still throwing BBs up there.
Maybe he saved some of that. That's why there's so many strikeouts. I was going to try to give you an idea of Caffrey's speed, but Caffrey has no stolen bases and not been caught stealing. So we don't know what. Of course, he's fast, or they wouldn't put him in there. But
He's certainly faster than Grasso.
yes. Although Grasso turned that into a double.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball back to the screen, and the count remains 2-2. So for San Rafael, Pax won yesterday, 5-3 win over Vallejo. Ventura got the win, Valentino the loss. And Casilla picked up the save, his 16th. Ventura just 5 starts this year. That pitch just did miss somewhere, and the count goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ventura 5 starts in the year, 288 earned run average, 25 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts. And of course, the Diamonds familiar with him as well. They Saw him back on August the 5th, where he went just 3 innings and gave up 4. And a pitch outside for a ball, so Pedro Barrios works the count full, picks up the walk, and he's been on base twice with walks and also a base hit. So another good night offensively for the Clippers shortstop. Here's Kent Blackstone.
Last time Blackstone was up, he, I guess that's going to do it for Freeze, because I believe this is Miles' second walk to the mound in this inning.
So Dakota Freeze after a very fine outing. And he'll get a nice hand from this sparse crowd here tonight as he exits the ball game. Pitching change here in Pittsburgh, a 2-2 tie in the 8th. Come on back, we've got a great one here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium.
Once again, your grandma knows somebody. Cam Hatch. Tony. Yep. Hey now, Cam. Shut him down, baby.
So 7 1/3, 2 runs, 5 hits.
They're going to kill the D8 and the pitcher's going to go in the cross. You mean Caffrey?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Cameron Hatch on for Dakota Freeze. We can, well, we can't close the book on Dakota, but Scotty certainly had a fine outing. 7 1/3, 2 runs on 5 hits. The runners at first and base, his responsibility, and Cam Hatch, the diamond left-hander, has certainly had himself a good year.
He has, and there was a long time where Hatch was out with a sore arm, but he has come back, and he's come back strong as he was before he went out. This is his 28th appearance, 31 1/3 innings pitched so far, with 22 walks and 50 strikeouts. His record, 4 wins and 1 loss, and his earned run average is 2.59.
So the Diamond's going to go with the lefty-lefty matchup here. And here's Kent Blackstone. Grounded into a double play that last time. That was back in the 6th. He does have a double and a run scored. That was leading off the 4th. Here's the pitch to him, and that is up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Hatch going to come in here where he inherits 2 runners, and the pitch swing and a miss on the high fastball. Count 1-1.
That was a big swing by Blackstone. He had a lot of fastball in his eyeballs because of the fact that it was high in the strike zone, and he didn't hit it.
Got a good look at it, but couldn't catch up to the heat. Left-handed batter waits. The 1-1 pitch, that's low. And the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Another good game here from Pittsburgh. This one really represented, instead of by hitting that we usually see in offense, this one really represented by pitching and defense.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly has been a game that's moved along at a good pace. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this went in there with the off-speed pitch. And now the count evens at 2-2. Got Gotta love the pace of these last couple of games. Very exciting ball games, moving right along. Here's the pitch, and that is swung on, fouled off. Left side, that'll be out of play.
Blackstone just able to hack that one foul to stay alive at the plate.
Nathan Etheridge waits on deck. Nobody throwing the Diamond bullpen. So Hatch obviously not here just to face one batter as the pitch just does miss. Count goes 3-2. Do the Clippers put on a play here? 3-2, 1 out. Certainly want to stay out of that double play. At the very least, give Etheridge a chance to bat here with men on base. Hatch ready, payoff pitch, and it's a called strike 3. Hatch had thrown the bat away. He was ready to trot on down to first. Ron Adams, the home plate umpire, says, nothing doing, you're out.
That was a good pitch by Hatch, and he Blackstone was caught running down to first base. I don't know if guys do that sometimes thinking they're going to influence the call or not, but sometimes actually they're probably too committed to what they're doing to actually be thinking that much.
Here's Etheridge now. 2 on, 2 out. Clippers trying to take the lead. Hatch's pitch, swing, ground ball to second. Valera's got it back and fires over to first. The ball gets away, and the Clippers are going to take the lead. Etheridge rages down to second. Throw goes over to third. Everybody's safe, and the Clips lead at 3-2.
Valera made a good play to get that ball. That made a special hop that made it hard for him to get, but his throw to first base came to first base on a hop, and lastly was not able to get it off of that one bouncer, and that is what will cost the Diamonds here a 3-2 lead for Martinez.
E4, no RBI for Etheridge. It was a nice play to grab it off the hop, but the throw just wasn't there. There's another look.
It sure looked like a ball that you might have been able to get if you're a last lead, but he just couldn't quite capture it. And, of course, when you throw it like that, the error is going to be on the second baseman.
Swing, ground ball, foul, and a big hopper. The count 0-1. And it was just, it was wide right. And it looked like Lash wanted to stay on the base and make the catch to record the out.
Of course.
When that looked like he just needed to get off the base and keep the ball from getting by him. That's what allowed the run to score. But clearly a second baseman's error, swinging a foul here, and the count quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Maccabee.
That's a second error in the inning for Valera.
Hatch has got to be frustrated. That run will be charged to Dakota Freeze. And the runner at third, still his responsibility. Hatch ready, the 0-2 pitch. That one hops up there, and Javier able to stop that one. So one of the inherited runners has scored, but it's very frustrating for the pitcher there. When you make the pitch, you think you're out of the inning. And the defense does not make the play. And a game that's been played so well defensively, but not here in this inning for Pittsburgh. 1-2 pitch, swing, ground ball. Garcia, he can't make the play. One run is in. Here comes another run. The throw is not in time. And that ball was hit pretty hard. We'll see how they score that one. It looks like that Garcia was there, but I think they're going to call that a base hit and a couple of RBIs for Alan Maccabee. And just like that, Scotty, it's a 3-run lead here for the Clippers.
Yeah, this is a disaster of an 8th inning for the Diamonds with 2 errors on their second baseman. We're going to see what this here with this replay. Here's a hard ground ball toward Garcia, and he makes a diving play. It's off the butt of his glove and goes on into left field.
Big swing and a miss here by Decker. And all these runs are going to be unearned. A couple of them are going to go to Dakota Freeze. And the 0-1 pitch swing, and that one slapped into the gap. Quitzer comes on and makes the catch. And finally the inning comes to an end, but not before the Clips put up a 3 spot as we go to the home half of the 8th. 7.5 in, Clippers lead it 5-2.
Little Jays. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little Jays in Pittsburg. Since 2003, Little Jays has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little Jays Restaurant. Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood.
So a disappointing inning for the Diamonds as they yield 3 runs. 2 of those runs will go on the ledger of Dakota Freeze, but they're not going to be earned, as it looked like they were going to get out of the inning with that ground ball to second base after Cameron Hatch came into the ball game. So Hatch inherits 2. Both of them score. He gives up 1 of his own, but as I said, all of them unearned, as when the all scored after the Valera error, when it should have been out number 3, and unfortunately a very well defensive game, a very well played defensive game. Just the 8th inning kind of blew up a little bit on the Diamonds.
That is a frustrating part of it after you played good defense all night, then to have it all suddenly fall apart in the top of the 8th inning. But the Diamonds have 2 at-bats, and they're going to try to come back.
Diamonds trail it by 3, 5-2 in favor of the Clippers. Top of the order here for Pittsburgh. Joe Jones, the big right-hander, on the mound. And the first pitch is a strike.
He is a big right-hander.
A 1 pitch, swing and a miss at the fastball. Count 0-2.
His 17th appearance, 74 innings pitched. He has 59 walks, 50 strikeouts, a record of 3 wins, 8 losses, and an 8.15 earned run average if you're looking for something to hang your hat on.
The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and looked like a foul tip. And the ball held there by Wilkins Jimenez, who is now in at catcher, as Grasso was pinch run for in that last half inning. So a strikeout to start the inning as Smith goes down. A couple of base hits in the ball game for Smith and a stolen base. And now here's Blatnick. He steps in, 1 out, nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Morgan, and that is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Valera would be next. And the pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So Morgan Blatnick 1 for 3 so far this evening. Next pitch to Morgan is in there for a strike, 2-1. Morgan out 3 unassisted. That was in the first. Got a base hit in the 3rd. And he flew out to left field. That was back in the 5th. 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off. That will get out of play. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. down. Diamonds trailing by 3, and Blatnick trying to get a Pittsburgh rally started right now. Jones looks in. He has the side, kicks and fires. 2-2 is a breaking ball that's low and inside. Blatnick not biting, and the count goes 3-2. Diamonds need a couple of runners any way they can get them.
Diamonds have Chad Heiberger throwing in the bullpen.
Next pitch, that's inside for a ball. And that's a start. A walk here to Blatnick. He's on for the second time tonight. Here's Valera. And Valera got himself a base hit. That was back in the third. But then he was trying to stretch that single into a double. And the left fielder, Jimmy Lunardelli, gunned him down at second base. One of the very many fine plays defensively here tonight by both teams. Pitch, swing, foul, back to the screen. And it looks like in our 78th game, Paula's starting to finally get used to that.
I imagine I have a mask on. It works better.
But you're only here for the home game, so that's not fair. Half the season.
Oh, I know.
It's not like you've had a whole season to get used to it.
Only half the season, that's right.
The 0-1 pitch, and that one hops up there. And they count 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, very nice earlier in the ball game where Karam Shaw, our benevolent owner, paying homage to the folks to do so much to make Diamonds baseball work, including Scott McDonald and our PA announcer, Paula. Swing, and this one popped up on the infield. And that will be the third baseman, Maccabee, who takes it for the out. And that is out number 2, and here's Ryan Lashley.
That was a very nice gesture by Shaw, and appreciated. I have a baseball bat with my name on it now, and never will hit a ball.
Talking smack.
Oh, okay. My husband tells me, you know. I'll find you.
I'll tell you.
Talking smack. What do you say?
Nothing good. And this pitch is in there for a strike to Lashley. 1 ball and no strikes.
Vallejo is? Vallejo.
Blatnick aboard at first. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Lash swings right through that one. The count a ball and a strike. Quitzer waiting on deck. One from Jones on the outside corner, a strike. Count 1 and 2.
Hey, now you're hitter, babe. Here we go. Come on now.
Boy, he sure doesn't look like a guy with an 8 ERA. Jones comes set the 1-2. That one hops up there. Good stop by Jimenez, hopping out from behind home plate.
Good stop, Wilkins. Way to be.
Two, right side. That's a base hit. And that one's going to trickle out into right field. Blatnick takes the turn at second. He'll head to third. The throw is way late. And the Diamonds here in the 8th inning are going to get the potential tying run to the plate in the person of Chris Quitzer.
That is a big development for the Diamonds. They've got the 9th inning to hit too. So anything they can get in the 8th inning to make their life a lot easier. But when you got the tying run coming to the plate, you just got to have some nice thoughts about the potential of what could happen.
Diamonds, after giving up that 3 spot in the last half inning, as we take another look.
Keep it on the ground, Joe. Let's get this one.
Well, that one really looked like it handcuffed Lashley. That was a good inside-out swing by Lash. That pitch misses to Quitzer. 1 ball and no strikes. I mean, Lash really did a nice job that time to get the hands close to his body and get the barrel of the bat on the ball. This one hit hard right to Barrios in shortstop, and you want to talk about an atom ball. That ball was scorched, but it's out. Number 3, Diamonds done in the 8th. They leave 2. We'll head to the 9th. It's the Clips by 3. You can't hit the ball any harder than that.
No, he hit that on the screws, man.
Roped that ball.
Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood.
Anytime we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint, we know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
Well, the Diamonds don't want to use any more of their pitchers here in this ball game. So Chad Heiberger, who's been with the team but not on the roster here for a while, he's back and he is on the mound. Chad Heiberger will take over for the Diamonds.
Chad Heiberger got to play a little catcher the other day because Gabriel Bracamonte went on the disabled list, and Bracamonte expected back tomorrow or Friday. He has to be back, obviously, to be on a playoff roster on Saturday. So that's his deadline. But Heiberger is in here. He's pitched once before this year. He pitched 2 innings, I believe. He gave up 1 run, but it was unearned. So his earned run average is 0.
And that's good.
Yes.
That's a good one. And of course, Paula gets to say her patented Heiberger. And I think that's from a Cheech and Chong movies where you're getting that from, right?
No, not Cheech and Chong.
And the first pitch is high for a ball. Jimmy Lunardelli, Jimenez, and Carter to face Heiberger here as we move to the 9th. 1-0. Pops up right side and foul. Lashley coming over near the fence and he makes the catch. Oh, nice play by Lash. And he just did have enough room.
He did. Barely. Right up against the fence. Very nice play. Right now in the 5th inning, Vallejo is leading Sandra Fell 4-1.
So Lunardelli, by the slimmest of margins, pops foul. He's out. And here's Jimenez. Started out as the DH and now the catcher, and the pitch, a strike. Good look at fastball by Heiberger. And there's a look at Wilkins Jimenez. Breaking ball in there for a strike in the count, 0-2.
Smell him.
Had some nice break to it. Wow.
That did have a nice break to it.
The 0-2.
Oh.
That ball is whacked into center field. That is a base hit. On an 0-2 pitch, that fastball, as they would say on an 0-2, that one got too much of the plate.
That got a lot of the plate, and it's Heiberger is not out there to fool around. He's going to throw balls, he's going to throw strikes, and we're going to see if the old adage that a good hitter only gets a safe hit 1 out of 3 times. So might as well throw a strike.
So Jimenez, after being down 0-2, gets himself a base hit. Here's Carter. He takes a fastball in there for a strike. It is 0-1. We were all tied at 2 after 4. Swing of this one fouled away. The count goes 0-2. All tied until we got to the 8th inning when the Clippers picked up 3.
Bye, buddy.
And that's where we stand. Clippers 5, Diamonds 2. And the pitch, swing, ground ball off the glove of Heiberger, and that's going to trickle out towards second base, and that's going to be an infield base hit. So after the foul pop out by Lunar Deli, Jimenez and Carter back-to-back singles, and now Joe Jones, as there's no designated hitter in the ball game. That's going to make Scott smile, and the pitcher's going to hit here.
Interesting. Well, I assume Joe Jones will be sacrificing, right? But Chad Heiberger, he reached out and he got his glove on that ball. Had he not, it might have been a double play. But he, of course, you're trying to make the best play. He reaches out, got his glove on it, but that knocked the ball into no man's land, and that's why we have 2 men on.
And the pitcher called on to bunt, puts it down. Heiberger off the mound to get it, fires over to first to get him, and the sacrifice is completed. 2 outs now, but the runners move up. Runners at second and third here for the Clips as we go back to the top of the order, and here's Pedro Barrios.
Now Heiberger gets to meet the #1 hitter in the league.
The wagon want a dragon.
All right, Pedro, let's go. Do some damage now.
Here's the pitch from Chad. Barrios looking at this one. Takes a strike count, 0-1. So
Heiberger has about 90% strikes. Amazing.
He's thrown the ball well. And the 0-1, that's way up high for a ball. So Barrios had himself a good night offensively. Base hit, couple of walks. Officially 1 out of 2 for Pedro. 1-1 pitch, way up high, 2 balls and a strike. Of course, you got first base open here. Blackstone would be next. Two-one. Ground ball is short. Garcia's got it, long throw, in time to get him. Yes, he held on and stayed on the base for the out. So Barrios is out 6-3, and how about that for Heiberger? 2 guys reach, but he puts up the 0, and let's go now to the bottom of the 9th. Diamonds need 3 to tie.
All right, here we go. Let's go, boys.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
All right,
guys, looks good.
And here come the Diamonds.
All right, Joe Jones looking to pick up the save here. And here comes Yuki Yasuda, trying to get things started off for the Diamonds. Yasuda, Mayadera, Javier for the Diamonds. Should anybody reach, we'd see Garcia. Diamonds need at least 2 base runners to bring the tying run to the plate.
All right, Clippers, defense now. Little D, let's go.
And the first pitch from Jones. In there, a strike, and the count 0-1. So the Pacifics, who would they be sending out for their playoff games? Jared Koenig and Max Beatty, a couple of the candidates. That pitch misses, the count 1-1. Also Ventura, who got the win in yesterday's game as the Packs beat Vallejo 5-3. Here's a pitch that just misses outside. Casilla picked up his 16th save in that ball game. But Koenig and Max Beatty, they really shoulder the load as this one is ripped by Yasuda. And boy, the Diamonds barreling up some balls against Joe Jones here, not finding any luck, at least so far.
They have, since Chris Quitzer's ball landed in that shortstop's glove, that was about as tough luck as it can get.
2-2 pitch to Yuki, high for ball 3-2. So Koenig and Max Beatty, talked about, they've shouldered the loads with innings, 96 innings and 100 innings respectively between those two guys. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Yasuda on the 3-2 pitch. That was a fastball, just a challenge fastball right there, Scott. And Jones got it by him.
Yep.
Masa Mayadera coming up there with some what sounds like Metallica. Let's see if that can pump him up and get a base hit here and get this started off. Jones's first pitch up high for a ball. Count 1 ball and no strikes. The ERAs on Koenig and Beatty for San Rafael. Koenig, this one is fouled off. The count goes 1-1. For Koenig, he's got an ERA of about 3.5, and Max just a touch under 4. So considering how many innings those guys have put in, those ERAs are very good. This one's fouled off, and the count goes 1-2. A couple of more good candidates to get starts. Ventura, just 5 starts for him, but an ERA of 2.88 in 25 innings pitched. And Ventura struck out 35 in those 25 innings. The 1-2 pitch poked right side, giving chase, reaching out and making the catch is Etheridge in foul ground. And that was a nice play as he had a long way to go right into the fence in front of the Diamond dugout. And the Diamonds now down to their last out. And here's Stephen Javier. So Javier trying to keep it going. He's actually swung the bat pretty well here tonight. Big swing and a miss here. And he's down to the count. No balls and a strike. Javier picked him up a sac fly and then ripped one off the pitcher where he was thrown out. There's a foul ball there. But he absolutely crushed the ball. That hit the pitcher, Taylor Bloyer, in the leg, and it looked for all intents and purposes like it was going to be a base hit up the middle, turned into a 1-3 put out. Here's the 0-2. Just does miss. Well, there would have been a pitcher's strike, but just off the outside part of the plate. Count remains 1-2. Here's the next one. Swung on and missed strike 3. The ball game is over as Joe Jones comes in here and gets the save. Diamonds are done. They drop this one by a final score of 5-2. And the Diamonds lose this one. We're going to have a few highlights here for you. And until that 8th inning, this had been a wonderfully played game defensively.
Definitely. It had been a great game, and then all of a sudden 2 errors called on Valera at second base in that 8th inning, allowing 3 runs to score. and the Diamonds fell behind. Now, you could make an argument you got to score more than 2 runs to win a ball game anyway, and the Diamonds only scored 2 tonight, so that's not particularly a good indication of their ability to win tonight's game. Anyway, we do have highlights of tonight's game, and you can see Winter Chevrolet Stadium on its final night in action this year is throw to second base and out at second base. That was Barrios trying to steal, I believe. That's Decker, the foul that hit the umpire. Here's the score at home plate that tied the ball game at 2. Javier not able to make the out. This is a double play to Garcia. And this ball is grounded high over the mound, and this is a play for the Clippers, and that throw to first gets, I don't know if that was Yasuda, Garcia, I'm not sure who, but anyway, a little look at tonight's ball game. But the bottom line, the Diamonds lose 5-2 right now. Vallejo is beating San Rafael. That could change. They're only about halfway through that ball game, but if it doesn't change, they will basically be in a tie with 2 games left to play and maybe a third to be decided.
Well, the Diamonds will be in Martinez to take on these very same Clippers to finish up the 2 here, 2 there to finish up the season. Diamonds drop this one and are now 36-42. Couple more games left, and then it's on to the postseason for Pittsburgh. So that'll do it. Diamonds lose it to the Clips 5-2. For all of us here with Diamonds Baseball, for Scott McDonald, I'm Anthony Schultz saying good night from Pittsburgh.
All right, people.
Thank you, guys. All right, Scotty, I'll give you a call to find out.
Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382.